Hello, and welcome to our very latest episode of the On Point Gaming Podcast. I am CMoney, and I am joined by the always lovely Doodle.
What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Thank you so very much for rocking out with us today. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed.
Yes.
And what do we got today? That is right, guys. Indiana Jones has officially gone live for everyone in early access. The people who had the review copies earlier have dropped reviews, and let's just say they're good. They're
Let's
good. That's
go.
right, guys. Indiana Jones seems like it's holding its weight. It's going to live up to a lot of people expectations. And again, we talked about this in the past, but Xbox, has really hit its stride with releases, and it's the quality bar is literally been raised where Xbox just doesn't miss. Xbox doesn't miss anymore, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So we're definitely going to be talking about that. We'll go into Metacritic and all that fun stuff, and we'll check that out. We're also going to talk about Miss Sarah Bond, Xbox president Sarah Bond, has been outed by Tom Warren as being the person who's in charge of the new direction of Xbox, where this is an Xbox, everything's an Xbox, and the way they framed it, and baby, I think you're gonna like this, that this decision that she's doing, she's staking her career reputation on the line to go for this.
Okay.
Bit dramatic.
Okay. I would say,
Business.
I think
It's just business. Oh my god.
I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna get into that. And then a fun little tidbit got dropped about a certain PlayStation 5 exclusive Wolverine
Oh,
that seems like it's aiming to release at the end of 2025. But wait,
oh, there's more.
in the beginning of 2026,
Would you say like springtime?
maybe like springtime,
Mhm.
possibly. Looks like we might be getting an Xbox version of it. These are the rumors. I'm intrigued to talk about it, so we are definitely going to get into it. But as you guys know, it is Thursday, not Tuesday. It is definitely Thursday night, and we're here with the homies live in the building, and we appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us. So thank you all for being here. We do have to go ahead and shout out all of our supporters over on Patreon and on YouTube, all of our YouTube members. We appreciate you guys. You guys are what fuel this channel. So thank you so much. But we do have to give a special shout out to our higher tiers over on our elite members.
Yes.
You have the homie Big Boy Mike, Dark Angelic, and Spoonman. And our highest tier, the Inner Circle members. Those are our homies Big Migs Gaming and Coach Hooded Canuck. So we thank
you, guys.
y'all so much for supporting us in such a major way. It is a big deal, and we
It
appreciate you.
is. Thank you so much, you guys.
Absolutely. Now, that being said, again, you know what it is. You guys here live in the building with us right
Yes.
now. You guys are supporting us in such a major way, and we thank each and every one of y'all for taking your time to come and hang out with us. And let's see. You know what it is? We're gonna find out who the first three. Who was first in the door? And I gotta say, you got to give it to him. He's constantly harassing me about the time,
Oh,
but he's here. He's here, and he's
go.
first. That's right, the homie Music 72
Woo! Let's
in the
go.
building.
I have to
First
tell
one.
you, my favorite thing, like as soon as we're off by like a minute or two, it's going into Discord and checking out his gym. Lies! Yo, I laugh so hard, it's ridiculous. It's so funny. It's so funny. Gets me every freaking time.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's funny. It's worth it. It's good. It's good. Sometimes I'm just late on purpose now. You know what I'm saying? So just just to get at him a little bit. But he's first through the door, man. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you, love. Thank you.
Of course, number
Oh,
2 in the
número dos.
door,
¿Quién?
our inner circle member. That's right. It's our homie Coach Hoodie Canuck
Go, best
in the
coach
building.
in the business. What is up?
That is right, man. Thank you so much, brother, for being here. And rounding out the top 3, not looking to be left out anymore. That's right. It's our boy
Anymore.
E-Ranks in the building with his
What's up,
little medal
E-Ranks?
that he gave himself. That's right. Number 3 in the building. Thank you, man.
Listen,
Appreciate you,
middle
homie.
medal. You hear this? That's a
I mean, it's
nice
really
medal.
tiny.
enjoy
It's
your
super
medal,
small.
E-Ranks.
Oh man, but thank you guys. Appreciate y'all for being here so quickly. You guys are awesome.
Thank you
Shout out
guys
to the
so
homie
much.
Fark, you in the building. What's up,
Yes.
my dude? Says hello to my favorite couple.
Hello,
What is up,
love.
homie? Thank you so much for being here, bro. I'm gonna need some new Hargeet images and some new demo images for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? See what you can spruce up, maybe a little indie action, just get in the flavor.
Oh,
You know what
I
I'm saying?
like that.
Feel like it could be done. I believe in you, Fark. You appreciate you, homie. I see Zach Riley in the building, of course,
Zach
first
is
as
good.
always.
Oh, of course.
How about you try being first, Zach? You know what I'm saying? How about you go ahead and just woo, be it first?
That's right, Zach. You're first.
Oh my god. Oh snap, that's hilarious.
I love it.
Michael,
love it.
you in the building. What's up, man? Says hi, guys. Indiana Jones currently sitting at a 86 Metacritic at 87 on Open Critic. Let's go. I think it's a higher 80 Metacritic now, if I'm not mistaken. I could be
Don't
wrong.
question Michael's numbers.
All right. I'm just saying. Maybe it's like for the Xbox version or something. You know,
Oh,
they be dipping
I
and
can't
dodging.
wait to get into this. You know, we had a little conversation about indie on our last show, and we were predicting how these scores were gonna come in. So I'm
We
pumped.
all
I'm
got
pumped.
slapped up so far.
Maybe. You never know.
I mean,
But
I'm not hoping for it. I'm glad we're wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we're wrong. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for us to hop into it. You know, shout out to Bethesda and Microsoft for going ahead and sending us a
thank you,
code for
guys.
the premium edition so that we can go ahead and review the game as well. So I'm excited for that. Guys, I didn't even mention one of the most exciting things. Maybe I'm too excited and I got blinded. Right? I got too excited, so I got blinded. That's what I feel.
Well, let's hope you got blinded like this, and it's not like, the Galloper blinders.
No, they're piggies
Okay.
now.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. You're safe. You're safe.
But guys,
Yes.
Indiana Jones released today. And I know a lot of you are saying, man, I gotta wait to the 9th to play it on Game Pass. And for most of you who have it on Game Pass and didn't buy the premium upgrade, yeah, that's the truth. But not for one of you. That is right. We are giving away, courtesy of our boy EJ Jackson, a premium upgrade for the Game Pass edition to Indiana Jones. That's right. If you have Game Pass right now and have not purchased the upgrade, our boy EJ Jackson has you covered. We're going to be giving away a premium upgrade. It's going to be glorious.
Yes.
That's right. So excited.
Shout out to EJ Jackson. That's so dope. That's
super
so
dope.
nice.
Super dope. Absolutely. So that will be taking place. You know the drill. We need to get to 100 likes. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
I need you guys to like it enough to get the, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes sense, right? So let's get to 100 likes. Get us to 100 likes. We're giving away the premium upgrade. Somebody's going to be playing Indiana Jones tonight. You know what I'm saying? Tonight.
Plans have changed.
That's right. That is right.
I love that.
Kate's feeling in the building. What's up, man?
Hey,
Thank you for being here.
Boy, what's good?
Look, a game that we didn't even talk about, but is huge right this second. Zach Riley in here saying there's 322,000 people on Marvel Rivals on Steam right now. Crazy numbers out the gate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Absolutely.
That's pretty impressive, 100%.
That's how you show up, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, we knew back when Concord was announced, and then in the same show, Marvel Rivals, was shown that Concord was gonna get its lunch eaten, and we thought that this was gonna be a battle we were gonna watch unfold, and we were gonna watch Marvel Rivals stomp Concord out. But sadly, I don't know if you guys know or if you heard the news. I wish I had a hat, but Concord is no longer with us.
Vaya con Dios.
Vaya con Dios. So, Marvel Rivals is just having fun fighting against Overwatch. You know what I'm saying? Overwatch dropped the update to their season or whatever as well. So, Microsoft is in there too, man. They ain't taking it down. They ain't taking it laying down. They're fighting.
Never
So
forgotten, Concord, never forgotten.
we will never forget
I
you
will
for sure.
say that, it was again another reminder that still available on a tweet I saw Concord merch, you guys. Calm down, stay put.
Don't leave the show to
Don't
go
leave
buy
the
it.
show to
Okay.
go shopping
I know
for
you're itching
Concord
to get
merch,
that Concord merch. No, that
but
I
it's
can't
still
even believe that
available.
still exists. I would imagine they would have just burned that.
Crazy. That's crazy. It's different. And we were talking about this. It's different if, it's like some legendary game that's just not available anymore, that it
Listen,
was a part of an old console that you kind of can't find. But this just died on arrival. And who could possibly want to be
so
rocking
this is the
our
thing.
hoodie that says Concord
thought
on
about
it?
it. I thought about it for a little bit, and I said, "Man, like, what if some kind soul just bought all the remaining stock of
Okay.
Concord merch and just went down to like the homeless area of cities and like start giving out, Concord sweaters and things like that because it's cold." But I truly feel that if you did that, number one, you would probably get stabbed
Oh,
because
seriously.
they don't want that.
Because
Okay.
how dare you? How
And I
dare
think they
you?
would probably you would see them light it on fire. They
That
rather light
yes,
it on fire for the warmth than put it on their bodies because they
I
have
agree. I
self-respect.
agree.
Okay, they have self-respect, and there's no one who would ever want to wear any Concord merch in the history of life. But it does still exist, that's for sure. Space Shot, what is up? My dude
Let's go. What's
says
up,
I
love?
could be playing indie, but I'm here for it.
Oh,
Indie
you're
can wait till
awesome.
later, but I suspect it's gonna be something special.
Oh,
Space
you're
Shot, you're the man,
awesome.
bro. Thank you so much, man.
That's
Very kind, homie.
awesome.
Very kind. Thank you for rocking with
That's
us.
so dope. Thank you,
Listen,
baby. Thank
you're
you for
you're
being
awesome, man.
here.
Thank you. Belzair in the building. What's up, man? Says
Yeah.
worst review I've seen for indie actually came from Pure Xbox. LOL. They gave it a 6. Listen, I don't believe these pure Xbox. I feel like that's a cover up. You know what I'm saying? That's like somebody's like, let's make a website called Xbox just to crap on Xbox, but then not be able to be told that we don't like Xbox, so our review doesn't count. You know what I'm saying?
Checks out. Makes
I,
sense.
I
I feel
mean,
like there's a lot of that.
the string of what they've graded so low is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are these people? What elite status do you have in the world? Like, Pure Xbox is a nobody company, right? Like, they're not some mega, they're not an IGN, right? And they have like this, oh, uh, Indiana Jones, it's not up to my caliber, so
Not
it
to my
must be a
standards.
6. I tell you, it's a 6. Whoosh. Like, no, man, get out of here, yo.
Next.
Just thank you for doing that, so I know never to take your stuff seriously. And if you review it good next time, too little, too late. I don't care. Shot yourself in the foot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done. Move on.
Oh,
Chicka chicka pow pow. You know what I'm saying? Well, Belzer, thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you. Ryard Gaming, what's up, man? I see all the
stop,
slander, by the
love.
way. I see all the slander, but I'm not gonna
Oh,
talk
oh no,
about
I
it.
need to know.
That's
What's
no. They're
slander? What's
slandering
it
me.
about?
It's not happening. No,
What?
no
Oh my
abuse
gosh. Okay,
about
hold
my
up. I
height.
need
I'm
to
not
I
short.
need to find it. Oh, listen.
Damn it, with
Listen.
these
Did
baby
you
seats.
see the Christmas joy being spread throughout our Discord? Shout out to Ryur. There's such a nice video you shot, CMoney.
I didn't shoot that video. That was used against my will. I did not model for that. I did not stand in front of a camera for that. It's abuse of character. Okay. I do not like mustard. I do not like it in a box. I do not like it wearing socks.
All right,
Okay.
Dr. Seuss.
Oh my
Dr.
God.
Money. But shout out to Ryu for putting that together. But listen, the
No, it was good. It was
importance
funny.
of what you missed in there, it went right over your head. And I think that is something that Ryu may have overlooked. But nothing gets past the Doodle. He confirmed your actual height.
Oh,
Yes! He didn't think it through.
just got bamboozled. Right, you
Yes.
are. That's right. Look at you.
Go fix it, right, you are.
You can't. You can't. Oh my God. Video Game Armada. What's up, fam? Another victory for Xbox. Is nonstop victories, bro. Is nonstop. Listen,
Absolutely.
whether the media chooses to acknowledge it or not is neither here or there, right? Right now, they're choosing to acknowledge it. Why do you think? This is what my hat.
Your math.
This is how my maths. Okay.
Okay.
They know this game is dropping next year on PlayStation, so they don't want to go ahead and re-review it later and give it a high score. And then everybody's looking at it like, yo, you gave it a 70 on Xbox when it dropped, and now you're giving it a 90, or now you're giving it you know what I'm saying?
It's a big difference when, it's a year apart, 2 years apart, even 5, right? There is a big difference in that, so they can kind of get away with that, but to turn around,
6 months?
6 months later and say, "Well, you know
Nah.
what? The game is good."
It is actually good. My tastes have matured.
I just love it so much.
It is the greatest in the experience I've ever had holding a PlayStation controller. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way that they would
Yeah.
try to frame it. So I think they're wisening up to the fact that they know that they can't go in a negative. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's pure Xbox's problem. He's like, no, I'm gonna slander it now so that later on.
6 months. I got 6 months.
Exactly.
And the conversation was had, and it was a dangerous territory for them, right? When it comes to this, what are they going to say with all the failure of the pro, right? That the pisser elevated the game. I mean, that's not even a now anymore.
Pisser sucks. So
It does. Oof.
yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. Ida Crow, what's going on, homie? Thank you
Ida,
for
what's
being here, man.
good?
Dark Angelic. What
What's
is up
up?
with the greatest piece of news out here to let everybody know, to remind people, we get to play indie in Game Pass, but you port begging phonies have to wait till next year. LOL. Chuckle, chuckle, chuckle.
Cry, ponies, cry. Not only do they have to wait, right? They have to get through the holidays knowing that this game is out there. People are talking about enjoying it. It's in Game Pass, right? Part of our subscription. But when they do get a chance to go and buy it for their console, guess what they have to do? Is it going into PlayStation Plus? Mm-mm. Is is Phil gonna send it to them for El Gratis?
See how aggressive? See how aggressive they're paying for it because they know they love it and they want it, but they gotta pay for it. Right? That's what they gotta do. It's the reality of the world for them. And as they're doing that, it's like, thank you. Fund our next game.
What's next?
Appreciate
Xbox?
you. Thank you so much. So much. You're so kind. Infinity Doc, what's up, man?
Yo.
Thank you for being here. Says anyone else get whiplash from Kind of Funny Games 6.5 and Greg calling it a bad game while everyone else is praising it?
Love the
Greg.
profile pic, by the way.
Dope ass pick for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, that's clownish right there. Look, Greg likes Starfield. Okay, so he likes Starfield, so he has that as his linchpin. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't tell me that I'm just being a phony because I love Starfield. Okay. So if I say this is a bad game, it's because it's a bad game and not because I'm just hating on it. Right.
We're
This
gonna
is
go
what they
with
look for.
hating on it
I'm gonna go with hating on it, but sure, no problem.
for 500.
For 500. Oh man, why so serious in the building? What's up, man? Thank you for being here.
Why so
Paulie
serious?
Baba.
Come rock out.
What's up, man?
What's
Thank you
up,
for being
baby?
here. Be nice in the building.
Always.
Fossil 924. What's going on, fam?
What's up,
Thank you for being here,
Fossil?
bro.
How you doing
Appreciate
today?
you. Where my PS5 blows. Wow. Look at this.
I feel like that's not done.
Oh, like the rest of the statement.
Yes.
Blows what? Mr. PS5 blows.
Finish the sentence.
Finish the statement. Says, have not watched a review yet. It's good? Question mark. That's what the word on the street is, that it's good. That's what Metacritic is telling us. Which, you know, it be what it be. We got the homie Yada Zach. What is
Yada
going on, fam?
Zach.
Thanks for being here, man. Thank you
Thank
for
you
that
so
£2 super chat.
much.
Says Microsoft has won this year in content offering. Oh, easy.
Hands
Easy.
down.
These dudes are cracked out when they talk about PlayStation having an, you know what it is? They're stuck on these third-party games being like their linchpin, and they forget that first party is supposed to be what they showed up for, right?
They don't
Xbox
forget
has
that.
nailed it.
It's full of crap. It's just that they're very well aware that it's not something that PlayStation can provide at the moment, or possibly won't be able to provide in the way that Xbox is doing. So let's go ahead and pretend that these games are actually PlayStation games. So PlayStation has dropped all kinds of games this year.
Yeah. For sure.
Let's go with that.
But yes, let's just say that they're delusional. Okay. If you want to count third-party games, then Microsoft actually does it worse to you. Like, they hurt you more, because the amount of day one Game Pass games we got this year alone, of the caliber that we got, the high caliber. Come on, man. We are not the same. But they, like, you know, listen, they could keep chasing their tail, right? Just keep spinning in the same wheel. You know what I'm saying?
I can see
Keep
it.
swimming in
I
the
can see
same
it.
cup. You know what I'm saying? However they want to do it. We out here doing big things, getting big things. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do. The homie Big Mix gave me, my dude, thank you for being a member for 10 months, man, and for being an Inner
Thank
Circle
you.
member. You are the
Yes,
man.
yes.
Thank you, my brother. Says, CMoney, we got beef, bro. Oh, snap. Because of you, I was playing the Soda Man demo all night last night. Addictive as hell. Marvel Rivals is fire. Played 30 minutes before coming on here. Mad characters to choose from. Oh, snap. All right, I got to try Marvel.
We gotta
Well,
get in
damn it.
there.
No, I got to play indie.
I know.
No, I got to focus. I've been waiting for this game. I got to play. I can't get distracted. Man, they got so much to do.
I know.
It's crazy. So much. How can we extend time? Maybe, like, if we don't sleep, I think that will work.
Function.
Listen, I don't know. We need a coffee. We need injections, something. But Marvel Rivals, definitely got to try it out. Yes, with that dope ass coffee. I could drink that a few times a day for sure.
Oh, for sure.
But I told you, man, Soda Man is crazy. If you guys missed it, we had a awesome live stream yesterday. It was a sponsored live stream. The gamedev.ist reached out to us and sponsored a video, a stream of us playing this game, and I was hooked.
Oh my
Big
God.
Mix, the question is, did you actually win any of the times?
Oh.
Like you saw me do 2 times back to back.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
And
like the first couple times I was just getting I was just learning. I got boxers, I got eyes, I got new stomachs.
Yes.
It sounds crazy, but if you don't know what it is, go look it up. Soda Man, check out our stream from yesterday. It was phenomenal. Top tier.
You're gonna want to
wish listed on Steam for sure.
Right away. It is so fun and addictive.
Yeah,
I'm so glad, Big
really
Miss. Listen, you didn't get much sleep, but you have fun. All right.
Facts.
I'll take that.
I see Niturnal in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you, baby.
Coach says CMoney doesn't realize how difficult it is to get first in here. LOL. Listen, I believe you guys are good, man. You guys are good.
We love you
Uh,
guys.
Fossil
That's
says
awesome.
I called Indiana Jones score as an 87, pretty close. I mean, I knew it was gonna be high for like myself. Like I just know that
Yes,
it's gonna be a good game, but I did not think that the phony, the piggies out there, the piggy media, that they were gonna go ahead and do that. I didn't think so. I didn't think they were gonna actually do it. But it was
I do
it was a
think
balance of whether it was going to be hate against Xbox or give it a good grade because it's coming to PlayStation, right? Like it could have
exactly, and
gone
they
either way.
they need this game to sell over there as much as it hurts that, 70% is going to Xbox. It just they need it to sell. That's where PlayStation's at right now. They
Facts.
need anything they can get. And yeah, that had to be conflicting. And even some of them are out here, with a 6, so it be what it be.
Clowns. Clowns. Um,
They joined the circus
they did join the circus. They
for
did.
sure.
They did. Becca in the building.
What's good?
What's up, homie? Thank you for being here.
Did you finish the Call of Duty campaign? You gotta tell
You
me.
got to. It's really good. Big B Money in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. McFig, what's going on,
Let's
bro?
go.
Thank you for being here. Remember, guys, we're at 49 likes. We need to get to 100 likes so that we could do our first round of the giveaway.
Let's
That's right.
go.
For everyone with a Game Pass subscription who's saying to themselves, I cannot wait to play Indiana Jones, but I do not want to pay for that premium upgrade. I will wait till the 9th to play. That's still going to be the same exact scenario for all of you except one. That's right. One of you lucky bastards is going to be able to win the premium upgrade for Indiana Jones Game Pass Edition. And you'll be playing that mother effer tonight.
Change, baby.
That is right.
Plans
That
have
is right.
changed.
This is what we're gonna do though. This is the way it works, right? You're gonna win, but I'm gonna send the code at the end of the show. That's right. You ain't played before me. That's right. You're gonna wait. You're gonna wait, and that's what's gonna happen. So even if you win in the first 5 minutes, you're gonna wait, sucker. It's going down. It's going
That's
down.
a little petty.
A little bit. A little bit. But
Shout
yes.
out to EJ Jackson. Thank
Shout
you
out to the
so
homie
much.
EJ Jackson,
That's
man.
so kind.
It really is.
That's so
Absolutely.
dope.
Absolutely. So yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So Sunratch in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. I see you, homie. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. What is this? What Abdel? Oh, snap. Coot in the building. Abdel, what's up, man? Thank you for being here.
What's up, baby?
Dr. Vodka, what's up, man? Thank you for being
Doctor.
here.
We need a doctor in the
Jay
house.
Rich in the building. What's up, fam? Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Outward Lyric. What is up, man? Look at this. Says it feels so good to be back. What's up, On Point? I've been busy with work and Christmas. I'm happy to see y'all again.
So
Glad for
happy
you to
that you're
be here,
here,
man.
bro. Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
you, fam. Thank you so much,
We
homie.
get it. We get it. Things get hectic, but we appreciate you rocking with us. Thank you. You've been
Absolutely.
missed.
Oh, Resi Teniente. Hi, Doodle and CMoney.
Hello.
Listening with Dark Angelic. What is up, homie? Oh, snap. Thank you, homie. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Jesse P in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you for
Wait, I
rocking.
can't see anything.
Can't see anything. What? What do you mean?
My screen.
What do you mean? We see you.
You guys can see me? I
I
can't
see
see
you,
anything.
hear you.
Hold on.
All right,
It's
listen.
trying to shut off. Come.
How's it?
I need you.
How's it gonna try to shut off? What are you talking
It's
about?
trying to reset.
What
Oh
is
my
resetting?
gosh.
I see you. Just
Says I have 25 seconds
to do what?
to install.
Hit escape or something,
I'm
homie.
trying,
The
and
button
it's
on
not
the
letting
side.
me. You guys,
Oh my god. Maldito. Yo, he can't catch a break, yo. Got me back.
these gallopers are trying to take me out. Oh no, one done. It shut off. Look, it's
Uh,
powering off. I'm gone. Can you still see me?
how are you powering off? We see you right here.
Look, oh god, I feel like I have to take pictures
If
of this.
I
It's still turned off. You see how my light is gone?
Did your light just turn off for real?
Yes. Okay, go
What
ahead.
devil work
No,
is
I
this?
don't know. I
How
don't
is it resetting and you're still here?
You can't
This is
make
so
this up.
This is crazy right now.
It's wild. Do you remember the echo from last night? It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, go
I
ahead.
don't know
Go
what's
ahead.
happening. I mean, you're right there, but I don't know. I feel like you're in a different world.
I know.
What is happening? Why is the screen going black? There's some Blair Witch shit right now. What is happening? You cannot be.
See, guys, I can't see.
You can't be on camera and on the mic if that computer restarts. It's impossible.
It's restarting right now. It's doing it's updating. That's what it says.
I don't understand. How is this possible? You need a flashlight? Put on your phone light. Put your phone light on in front of you. This shit look crazy. I feel like I'm interviewing the what's that old ass show, the murder show, or you know what I'm talking about? Unsolved mysteries or whatever. Like it's always somebody in the dark.
Can you see me? Oh, can you see me?
Well, don't blind us, but to you. The hell?
I'm trying to figure it out, CMoney. There we go. I'm back. Can you see me?
I mean,
still
kind
off.
of.
How about
Wow.
now? Better?
I mean, like campfire doodle. That's what I feel like. What is happening?
See you guys. I can't.
Dude, I don't know what just took place.
Well, what's it? Should I turn off my camera? Well, I can't because
well,
this is off. I can close it. I don't want to spook you guys. I don't know what's happening.
Don't do
Calibers,
anything because I don't know what you're doing. Something took place here.
Man, this is
Something
wild. I feel like
wild.
I need to take pictures of this.
Okay, so let's just be clear. You're still here, but your computer is restarting, but your computer is powering the camera and the mic
Yes.
and keeping you connected to the internet.
Yep.
You guys are watching some witchcraft right now. I don't know who's sending it over.
Stuff. This is
I don't
crazy.
I honestly don't know how this is happening right now. But I will say this is interesting. Okay, so this is cool. Let's just keep it going. You know, like nothing happened. Let's keep it. There you go. Look at that.
I just have to hold it right here.
That's it. That's all. That's all you got to do.
There you go.
Listen, this is a new thing. It's a new thing. You never know.
This is like the longest update ever. It's like not moving.
Okay, but the good news is you're still here. So we're just
still
gonna
here,
keep
you
it
guys.
moving. All right. Maroon Kai Spy in the building. What's up, man?
What's up, baby? Thank you for being here,
bro. Appreciate you, man. Oh, that's right. It says, CMoney, did you see the Xbox Series X and S performance is a flat 60 FPS? Oh, yeah. Machine Games doesn't mess around. I mean, that we always could kind of know off the rip, like they did Wolfenstein that way. Like it's just id Tech in general is just phenomenal, right? Like Doom can run like stupid crazy high numbers. Like it's really a great engine. So that's one thing I don't think we would have ever needed to worry about too much. Let me see over here. Who's this? My boy, what broke boy Lewis in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. Thank you for that $2 super chat. Says Dark Doodle is literally in the house. Dark Doodle indeed. Dark Doodle in the darkest, the darkest moments. Oh my god.
This is wild. This is wild.
Yeah, it's wild. Anthony Sanchez in the building. What's up, homie?
What's good, baby?
Queen Witch, what is up, homie?
My girl.
Oh, she changed the name. I think it was their other name before. That's all right. Queen Witch, what's going on, homie? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Arnie in the building.
Arnie,
what's up, man?
up?
With a nice message. I mean, this is the truth. Call of Duty sold more than all PlayStation exclusives combined. I mean, this is just factual information.
Seriously. That's like leaving in Concord and anything that can help for sure.
Absolutely. Agreed 100%. Trey Bone in the building.
Hey, Bone, what's good, baby?
What's up,
Happy
man?
Thursday.
That's dope. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being here. I'm really wondering. G maybe what's up, man? I'm really wondering if this is just gonna be the new way. You know what I'm saying? Like Doodle's just in the
We
dark
in
with
the
her
shadows, and
flashlight.
then every once in a while when I'm about to go off, just turn up the light.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I really feel like it's like unsolved mysteries or whatever the hell it is. It's wild. James Kofi, what's
Let
going on,
me tell
homie?
you about the gallopers, guys.
Abacab 72, what's up, fam? Thank you for being here, man.
Yo,
Ricardo Mancada,
Ricardo, ¿qué
what's up, homie?
pasa?
It's a pony ghost. This is happening. She's in the underworld. Big B money, that's
Look at this.
wild.
Here they come.
Oh my god. She's got toys over there. Like it's what we do in the dark, you know what I'm saying? Infinite Hero, what's up, man?
What's
Oh
good?
my god. Fark you says, CMoney, you and Doodle must be hooked up to the same PC. Ain't no way she's still here when the PC restarted. She's not. It's not.
Got hooked up to the
It's
same
not.
PC.
And her PC's right here. Like it's not even, it didn't even do anything. I don't know. I don't know.
And then I say my PC is better than your PC.
That's true. That is true, actually. I don't know how. I mean, obviously it's better. Look what it's doing. It's alive when it's turning off. I don't understand.
Wow.
Well,
How are your dreams?
if anybody ever tells you that you can't keep streaming if your power or if your computer starts restarting, now you can look at them and call them a liar.
There
You
you
know what I'm
go.
saying?
There you go.
You tell them you
Well,
lie.
listen, this
Doodle
is
the Dark Ages. Will Bro Point with that $2 super chat.
this is, we're just showing you guys, if it were a real computer, if there was a 4090 in the pisser, this is probably what will be happening. There you
Oh,
go.
you
There
would
you
think.
go.
You would think. Maybe I should turn off my light. You know what I'm saying? And we could
Oh,
just do it
matchies, and they hold your
matchies.
flashlight like story time.
I think that might be dope.
Where's Doodle?
Let's see. Let's see how weird it looks.
Get weird, guys.
Let's get real. Dark time. Dark, I gotta blend in with you. Look. Whoa. Whoa. See, look. Look at that. I'll place
The
it.
night before
I feel like it
Christmas.
looks weird. It feels like we're not in the same building. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Aw,
You know what I'm saying?
that's
I don't want to
sweet.
feel tricked. All right. This is
Oh, I'm coming back in.
after I do the sweet thing.
I can leave it like this, see?
No. This is
Hold
too
up,
dark.
hold up.
I feel like we're back in the day.
I'm still out, but
Remember we used to do it like this without this. We used to just use the
we
ambient
used to
light
do it
back in the day
everywhere,
when it
all
was
kinds of
bootlegging.
ways. What are we talking about here?
Well, I mean, how do you want to go into this? Because we can go deeper. You know, there's a lot of different places, positions. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's keep
Okay.
it moving. I pity the PlayStation peasants. What's up,
Yo,
fam? Thank you for being
of
here, man.
course. How can you not?
Aggressive oatmeal memes. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Um, all right. Let's hop into it. I mean, how much time do you have left? I don't know if we should just chill for a little longer until you fully get in so that we don't hop into a topic and then you hop out.
I'm just trying to get in now.
Okay.
Let's see.
You didn't know that this was
Out, guys.
possible.
Hold on. Let's
Oh
see.
man, she's in the dark. She is in the dark. Will Bro Boy with that $2 super chat says, I thought CMoney was the Dark Knight. She's Doodle Girl. Oh man. She is. She don't mess around. She don't mess around. Um yeah, this is something interesting for sure. Something interesting for sure. We're gonna go ahead and hop into this topic. Oh man, you like really went full dark on the TV. There should be just one lit up because I don't think you have anything else hooked up over there. That would be wild. But you gotta know, undo it so we can see if it works. No. I mean your little flapper. Oh, I don't hear you. Oh, did you mute it? No, you're not muted. Or did you mute the other thing? Are you are you jacked up? Can you talk into the mic so I can hear if you got disconnected or not?
I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. All right, cool. Listen, I don't know what little flapper I was referencing, but let me let me get her in real quick. I don't know what she did, but let me get her in real fast. I'll be right back. You stay with your mic on, Doodle. I don't want them listening to nobody.
Leave my mic on?
Yeah, you gotta
Here
leave the
we
mic.
go. Here we go. Here we go. You can't make this up. This is wild. This is crazy. Exactly. I didn't do anything. It came back in like that. That's where it was. That's what she said. See, I didn't do that. Oh, light. There's light. Look, look. There's no I can't see you guys. There we go. Oh,
All right.
it's so tiny now.
What's so tiny now? You better you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. All right.
Stop, you guys.
There we
The screen see dirty mind.
Oh man, look what just took place here. See
What's
this?
up? I'm back.
This is what you show up for, all right?
Said it's cold in here.
Oh my god. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, wilding.
Listen, I don't know how that whole time we didn't get to 100 likes, okay? After
Oh, that's
everything this show
crazy.
that you just got put on display, you know, where you couldn't see us, you couldn't. Oh my god. All right. We're good. We're good now. Everything's fixed. No fears. It's all good.
Well, I can't
Uh
see you guys,
on
but
the phone you can.
yeah,
You
but I have
you know you can never see them, right?
it feels like I can see them.
But it would still feel like you could see them regardless because you could never in fact see them.
Well, listen, agree to disagree.
Oh, got it.
All
The
right.
homie Bro Balloons with that $2 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
Um,
Says I thought C-Money was the one always in the dark. I mean, the tables have turned, my friend. You know what I'm saying? This is where the
wild.
power
This is
comes in.
wild. I
It's,
don't know how
this
this
is what it
happened.
is. This is what it is. All right. Now we can start. Let's get into this
Let's
chapter
go. Let's go.
before some other update comes and
Seriously.
takes you away. Dude, this is crazy. All right. I actually already have it ready, so I just need the actual time. That's wild. The real Dark Doodle showed herself today.
I can't see you guys still. This is
Oh
so
my god.
messed up.
Listen, as long as we can see you, that's all that needs to happen.
And I can't click on things. Mm.
Okay, I get that. I mean, technically, yeah, that's true. All right, let's get going. All
Let's
right,
go.
so obviously, the big topic right now that just popped live, well, not live, but just happened, you know, not too long ago. Indiana Jones is in fact live, and the scores are good, man. The scores are good. Let's go ahead and take a look. We got Metacritic up. You know, because this is the place where all the slander normally takes place. All right, yeah. So 86, it was 87. What came in to cause the 86? Um, who was it? Who was the clowns? I think they said kind of funny was the one. All right, well, either way, it's doing well. And then so it's 86 on Xbox, 87 on PC. So still up there, right? I mean, even these type of people, Eurogamer, things like that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through some of the little blurbs they have here, and we can kind of see what the industry is feeling about Indiana Jones. in a great circle. Um, but again, even before we do that, you know, just a celebration for the fact that Xbox went ahead and came out again with another high quality title that frankly, you know, is just the norm now, right? It's just the norm. It's what Xbox does. Xbox releases high quality content on a normal basis. And the fact that it's getting the recognition for it is just an extra positive, right? As you can see when you take a look at the reviews, you got 43 reviews as of this moment for the Xbox version of it. 91% are positive, and that's 39 of the reviews. Only 7% are mixed, and that's just 3 out of the 43 reviews. And then there's 0 negative reviews, right? So it is it's a beautiful thing when Xbox being the way they are, having Bethesda do what they do, make these quality games and actually be able to get the recognition for it, right? That's a beautiful thing. I don't know if I necessarily expected that. I mean, obviously, due to when we spoke on the other show on Tuesday, we kind of all thought that they were going to get the shaft and they would end up in that lower range. I mean, Farrell thought it was going to be like 84. Did he say like 84, 80? Did he say 84, 86? I think he said 84, 86. Actually, he was pretty close. I think 86, he was pretty spot on,
Don't
actually.
remember exactly. You 2
I
were in
said
the
81,
80s.
83. Yeah, I
Yes.
said 81, 83, and then you went
And
lower.
I came in possibly high 70s, between 75, 79. I thought that there was a possibility that there'll be a lot of fluctuation with the scores. Some people were going to go ahead and love the game. A lot of people had a lot of room to go ahead and kind of pick it apart when it comes to, the comparisons to Uncharted or the pace of the game, or feeling a certain way about the movie and feeling like it's not the movie. Um so there was a lot of room to go ahead and try to pick it apart. I didn't think that the game looks phenomenal. I'm excited to get in there and experience the game myself. But I did feel like, just like they did, with Starfield, some people, didn't necessarily give it the score it deserved. It kind of felt like this is kind of how they can possibly come in with Indiana Jones. Um, but I'm glad that it didn't. I think that it had a lot to do, like we said, with PlayStation, getting the game 6 months from now, but whatever it was, great. That's freaking awesome. That's how games, in the respect that should be for there for the developers that go ahead and spend the time making these games. This is how the response should be for it. It shouldn't be games about what console the games are on, because that's not, let's keep it real, that is not fair to the developers. A lot of people shout out there, it's about the devs, and support the devs, and then they sit there, and because it's an Xbox game they want to knock it. That doesn't follow suit, right? So I'm glad that I was wrong with the way that they were going to go ahead and score the game. Obviously some people went a little low. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I I think I got burned from Starfield,
Yes.
right? So Starfield, I love Starfield, 10 out of 10, 100% all the way, no questions. But I thought that, that was the first major game after Redfall that came from Bethesda, and that was from Todd Howard's team. And I said to myself, there's no way that they're going to put the Xbox tax on this, right? They're not gonna do the
Exactly.
the the piggy slander and go ahead and belittle this game and do that. And they did, right? Like not a lot. Most people actually didn't, right? Most people gave it great scores, nines, tens. They had over 50 nines and tens, right? But the bigger outlets come join together to take that game down, right? So that is why I thought it would get high, you know, metas, and it did.
Yes.
Okay. So
I think
that's
the
why coming into
disconnect
this,
was also a situation where it kind of felt a little off. Um, when you have such great scores, you know, perfect tens, and then you come in with like a 7, it's like, okay, well, where's the middle ground, right? Like, how do you go down to a 7 when a lot of people are shouting tens? And right now we see here we go with a 6 for Indiana Jones. So, but it's expected. It's not right. It's
there's so
expected.
little of them,
Um,
right? So it's
exactly.
only 3 of the reviews, 7%, a tiny margin of them are negative, or they're not even negative, they're mixed, right? So everything else is positive, which is great. Now I do see here something that before we go through this, I do want to bring it up because I've seen this and I saw the situation. Abdel says Parrish just put out a tweet. He's mad that people calling him crazy over his 7 out of 10. Um, and this is what I would say about it. I don't want to go too far into it, but just to be clear, he believes that Astrobot is the game of the year, right? So, I mean, you gotta you gotta take his words with a grain of salt. If he believes that the little robot that is a wannabe Mario, game, right? The what's that, Thomas? What's that little I think I think I can. Isn't there something like that? Like
Thomas the Train?
the little engine that could,
Oh,
right?
okay,
Like the little
okay, yeah, yeah.
robot that wants to do it, but nobody cares, right? He believes that that's the game of the year. Okay. And that should let you know everything you need to know. That's his taste in games, right? You can't go and say Astrobot's the game of the year and Indiana Jones is a 7 out of 10. You just can't. You just can't. You don't. This just means that you don't like these type of games. And at that point, your 7 doesn't matter, right? Because if you just don't like it, then keep it moving. I don't know what to say to you. Um, that being said, let's go over some of these reviews and see what people are saying about it. So you got games.cs says, oh man, that was wild. Go here. A magnificent, immersive, smart, and thoughtful action adventure game that doesn't bend the original to suit the needs of the game genre, but the opposite. Probably the most faithful adaptation of Indie's adventure we've ever played, in which you can spend dozens of hours and still discover something new. That sounds awesome,
Yeah.
right? That sounds great. That sounds exactly what we would kind of hope from it.
That you can spend
IGN.
dozens of hours.
Yeah, it's a long game.
Alright,
It's
let's
a long game
go.
if you do everything. I don't know what's the
Depends on the
mainline
approach, yes.
time, you know what I'm saying? But, like, as far as doing everything, that's what, takes a while. So IGN Benelux, I don't even know where that is. Says Indiana Jones and the Great Circle does full justice to the franchise. The game is truly packed to the brim with humor, mysteries to solve, fist fights fitting for the series, and fantastic locations to explore while unraveling the mystery of the Great Circle. For me, 2024 started with a bang with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And with Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Microsoft, Bethesda, and Machine Games are closing the year with another great game. Again, this that's what you want to hear coming out of a first party title, right? Almost universal praise where people are really pumped for what they did and understand that this is an Indiana Jones game. So this comes with a little more weight, right? This
It
is not,
does.
generic adventure game, number 3054, right? This is Indiana Jones. There's weight to this. There's a lot of, our very own Edward Lafferty, I believe it was him, who was in here, who in some of the couple of other shows brought up how um sadly the movies have not been doing good, and he thinks it's going to lower the excitement for um for this game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, thankfully it seems like it's not. Matter of fact, what it seems like people are feeling is like this is actually a, you know, great addition to the Indiana Jones franchise. And some people might consider it to be something where it's actually, almost like a like a missing part of the story or like an untold story that is now here, right? Um, so I'm I'm very, very happy with that. Now, our boy Abdel does help out, says BE equals Belgium, NE equals Netherlands, Lux equals Luxembourg. That's why it's called Benelux. Benelux. All right. Well, thank you for that breakdown because now
So
I know what that means.
Dark Angelic says the movies got away from what made indie great. So yeah, I can see that. Like I can see that happening and being getting to kind of like relive that and being a part of that adventure. Um it makes it even better. So it does hold a lot of weight, but if you've been kind of like let down and disappointed with what it's become, right? Then it is an exciting thing to go ahead and feel like it's back. Um the Star Wars Outlaws, right? So we know how something can still be a big name and be a miss, right? Because that game is not doing as well as, they thought it would. So this is awesome.
Agreed. Agreed. Um, all right. So Xbox achievements says if you worry that single player capers with plush budgets and modest claim on your hours are destined for a museum, hopefully this will delay that entropy. And what this reminds me of is that time where the world was moving towards multiplayer and Bethesda had this whole kind of movement that they were trying to push, which was like save single player or save the single player and like every game, Wolfenstein, all that stuff. They were releasing a bunch of games that were single player that year, and they were all really well done, really good scores. And then the world said, we don't care about your
Yeah.
save the single player
No, thank
movement.
you.
We're not buying any of your games, even though they're phenomenal, and we're going to keep dumping massive hours into multiplayer. And then they came back the next year with a bunch of multiplayer games that they converted their single player games from, and uh, then everything started going to the crapper, right? And bringing this back up is like showing is essentially reminding everyone the benefit of Xbox purchasing the Bethesda. Okay. Again, it's easy to forget because now it's been, 3 years since they closed on Bethesda. Activision Blizzard took a lot of the noise, like a lot of the air in the room, right? It was so noisy and it took up all this space that
Yep.
you kind of forget that Bethesda was right before that. And Bethesda was in a really bad place, and nothing can show you that more than Redfall, right?
Yes.
Redfall
Yes.
was going to be one of those multiplayer type games. And Microsoft kind of retconned that and made them make sure that it worked in a single player context, no battle pass, no gimmicks of spending money. And the game for a lot of people suffered for it. I was not one of those people. I enjoyed the game. I do like it better now that it has been patched and has more improvements, but originally I was good with it before. I did enjoy it. But that was like that's almost like talk about something destined for a museum. I feel like that moment is going to be a memory forever on how
The
important
moment.
that moment was for
Yes.
Xbox and for Bethesda because it showed that that's not what we're looking for out of Bethesda, right? What we want out of Bethesda and Machine Games, right? And all the studios that are in there like Blade and all that, and Arcane who's making Blade and things like that is that we want high quality single player games because the world is flooded with multiplayer games and we don't need another one. You're not going to do something that's so intriguing that is going to change the world for multiplayer. It's not going to happen. It doesn't matter how clever it is. It doesn't matter how cool of an idea it is. It's not going to make us stop playing Call of Duty. It's not going to make us stop playing Halo. It's not going to make us stop playing any of these games that we are already playing. Fortnite, right? It's not
And
going to change that.
it doesn't mean that people shouldn't try, right? That developers
I think
shouldn't
most people
try.
shouldn't.
I think that you have to really go ahead and understand the chance that you're taking by going ahead and making that type of game. And you have to really come in with a very with very special characters in a really cool idea to go ahead and enhance the experience. You have to make a splash. Unfortunately, we're at that point where it's like people are very comfortable with those multiplayer games that they play and kind of waiting for the next one or the next freaking season or upgrade. Like it's just that's just what it is. The ones that are there have created a very they're very pivotal to that space. So to come in into a space like that and think that you're going to go ahead and make something that really matters or is significant, and to come in with arrogance in the way that Concord came in, not listening to the feedback and kind of not feeling like what you have is greater than, you are set up for failure when you're coming into that space. Again, that doesn't mean that developers shouldn't go ahead and make those type of games. It's just you have to know what you're stepping into.
So I I
And
I agree with that, but I also it's like some developers should, right? I don't think single player developers should, right? Like I just
absolutely
don't think
not.
so. I think you leave them alone. I think you take like Batman, give me Batman, stop making Suicide Squad, right?
Yes,
Like
you bring in
don't
a
make
new team to go ahead and
yeah,
at the same time,
go at it.
go
I don't
ahead
care.
and open a new studio and go ahead have them work on something that is multiplayer. Do not go ahead and leave behind what you're known to do to go ahead and explore something new that can possibly fail, that has a very high chance of failing. So what are you doing with that? You're leaving, it's kind of like, Final Fantasy 16, right? They want to go ahead and kind of do something new. And it's like, well, it's great for you to evolve, but you're also the people that are used to the certain type of style that you bring to them. You're kind of abandoning them, right? So you have to incorporate it like in a very seamless way. Like the evolution has to be seamless to those players that came in to go ahead and play your game. um but yeah, you can't just leave what you're known for and potentially step into a space where you're not going to be successful. But when
Agreed.
it comes to Bethesda, I think with Redfall, they kind of had to simmer in. They kind of had to and people didn't want to give them the time to do that. You're right. They needed to go ahead and get scooped up. We saw what happened with Redfall, and we saw what Starfield became, right? It wasn't going to be that. They had a lot of extra time, a lot of extra money, and resources to go ahead and make Starfield what it was when it released. But it wasn't going to be that. So the fact that people didn't want to give them that grace when Redfall dropped, and to think that potentially these studios don't need to go ahead and get picked up, it's kind of ridiculous when they benefit so much from being under Xbox's umbrella.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta tell you, I'm so glad that this is the new Bethesda, right? The free Bethesda, the Bethesda that gets to be the best version of itself instead of worrying about making deals and seeing who they could make an exclusive deal with to try to do this and do that. And it's like, dude, just now they could just do what they've always been great at, and it's just making great games.
Because it's beyond the deal, right? It's beyond who they are going to impress and how much people are willing, or platforms are willing to pay, right? It becomes about the games, and they can go ahead and focus and kind of see their, their idea come to reality essentially. It's a different perspective when you're even with ABK, where their only focus, their main focus is has been Call of Duty. Now I feel like they can grow, and they can go ahead and take on projects that maybe they wouldn't have been able to do before. It's just it changes everything when you have what your bank account on the line, right? And now you're a part of a bigger entity, and you don't have to stress about certain things. It's just it's you can be a lot more creative um with what you produce, especially in this type of industry.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I agree. And to be clear, when we're talking about this stuff, or specifically when I'm talking about, you know, the types of games that are being made, Xbox is full of diversity, right? They make so many different types of games, which is great, right? And like for me, I'm just sick of developers who don't make multiplayer games going ahead now forcing a multiplayer mode in their game, or making their game multiplayer. I want to say multiplayer mode. If you're still making a single player, it doesn't matter if you do a multiplayer mode, but like changing the game to be multiplayer, right? Like I'm so sick of that. And honestly, it was Suicide Squad that kind of took me over the edge, right? Like Suicide Squad just made it where I just cannot um I just can't get over it. I'm so annoyed that they made that game instead of just making a Batman. And now rumors are they're making a Batman, but it's like, bro, this is like so it's gonna be so far in the future, right? It's probably gonna be a next gen game or something like that.
So there is a difference, right? When you step into that space. When you step into that space out of passion and feeling like you have something that you can deliver to the consumer and the players that they're going to be wowed by, and that's different than stepping into that space because you want a slice of the pie, right? And if you're chasing that money when you have nothing to offer that space, then you're destined to fail. That's just what it is. A lot of people want, and this is why PlayStation pivot. They wanted to go ahead and make that Fortnite money. They wanted to go ahead and have these multiplayer games that keep people coming in and spending on skins, and that's what they wanted. And they weren't able to deliver that because that's not what they do. So, I mean, if they had found a studio or a team that was really passionate about, and they were kind of trying to figure out what talent they can put together to go ahead and deliver a really great game because it was missing from their platform, that would have been a different approach. This is something that we want to go ahead and give to our players. That's a different approach. We want the next
Agreed.
Call of Duty, or we want the next Fortnite. You don't just make a wish upon a star and say, "This is gonna happen now because I wished it hard enough."
Yeah,
No.
agreed. All right. So let's continue here. So Inverse went ahead and gave it a 90 and says Indiana Jones and the Gray Circle is tremendous. It is a worthy new chapter in the chronicles of film's greatest archaeologists and one of the year's best video games. Great praise for this game. Now you're starting to get into some of the slightly lower ones. Jukes Act 2 says, let's be with the 85. So let's be honest, we were pretty freaked out by the result obtained with Indiana Jones and the Circle of the Ancients, especially after the latest gameplay videos that were released. The issues identified. Oh, I think this is translated. This is translated. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Because there was the circle is the in the great circle, not circle of the ancients. I think this is why this is like that. But they give it 85. Let's skip theirs. Radio Time says Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, more like Indiana Jones and the Great Game. Almost everything about this new
Oh.
Xbox and PC title works absolutely perfectly. So that's your 80. Obviously, there's a lot more reviews, but pure Xbox gave it a 60. Let's see
The
what is a
reasoning
60 for them.
behind.
What's a 60 for them? So it says, ever since we caught wind of Machine Games making an Indiana Jones title, we've been very excited by the prospect, but ultimately we're a little disappointed in the final product. So first of all, I don't see a little disappointed as a 60, right?
No, I
Like
I don't.
that makes no sense. Says the overall experience
That's
isn't
very
bad.
disappointing.
Yeah, and it successfully sells the Indiana Jones fantasy, but the gameplay elements here just don't match up to the vibe of a fun time indie adventure. The pacing is all out of whack. The open stealth-driven levels don't work in the context of an Indiana Jones romp, and the game just feels at odds with itself overall. We're always up for trying something different and for teams breaking genre tropes, but in the end, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is at its most fun in fleeting moments, which is a shame considering the amount of care and attention that's been put into adapting this famous old franchise. So, so I feel like they didn't like the fact that it's open, that it's like the open world format in a lot of areas, like not open world, but like open sections or whatever it is. And they were hoping for a more uncharted, guided, hold my hand to the next.
Strange.
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I I don't think 60 makes sense for
I
this
think that
game.
there is a difference between I was hoping that it was a little bit more restrained, that it guided me a little more or held my hand throughout a bit more, or I didn't necessarily expected the game to be so open, right? And not being able to see a good game for what it is, right? So knocking it for your expectations that are personal in that way, because if that's not what the game offers, then that's just not what it is, right? And acknowledging that this is not what I was expecting and still being able to see the game for what it is, I mean, you should be able to separate the two.
Agreed. Agreed. Um,
By the way, just still messing with this thing, trying to figure out if I can
don't bother.
get back.
Don't bother. It's
For
not worth
me,
it.
though, I can't. I feel like I can't. I know it makes no sense. I feel like
I get what you're saying,
yes,
but
it's
don't let it stress you.
uncomfortable.
Um, all right, so we got a few more that I want to touch, maybe like the bigger, some of these more well-known places. VGC went ahead and gave it 100. Says we had a smile. Oh, there we go. I saw this and I wanted you to hear this one, baby.
Oh,
You
let's
ready?
go. Okay.
VGC says we had a smile on our face
Oh,
from
oh,
beginning to end while playing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I need to see who wrote this review because
yes,
he is awesome.
yes.
Uh,
That's someone who
Jordan Midler.
seems to feel the same way we felt
Yes,
about the smile from ear to ear,
that's right.
um, for Astrobot.
Jordan
Yes.
Midler wrote this, and what a slap to that little Astrobot's face. Because, man, is it ridiculous that people were walking away saying they had a smile on their face from beginning to end while playing Astrobot. Like, come on, man. Come on. That's crazy. So I think that this is a tongue-in-cheek reference to that. So I think that's why they wrote that. Says as close as games can come to a genuine old-fashioned Hollywood blockbuster, it's also an incredibly rich adventure game stuffed to the gills with secrets to find. Eurogamer in Germany says Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is so close to the original that it almost feels like a precious relic in its own right. A long lost type of adventure that even the recent movies have been unable to unearth, no matter how hard they dug. It is playful, cheeky, and blessed with an enviable innocence that you would not have expected from such a large, lavish mainstream product from one of the biggest publishers in the world. It belongs in a museum.
Oh,
Damn.
wow. Okay.
Sh- Felt like they made love to that mother
See
effer
you
right
guys
there.
later. We're gonna go play Indy.
Ooh, what a
That's
beautiful. I felt
wild.
like that was like one of those romantic letters that lovers would send each other back in the day when they couldn't call or text, and holy hell.
Listen, that what was it? What was
Isn't it ironic that Germany is the one that likes it when Indy
yes, but
spent most of his
wasn't
time
there
slapping up the Nazis
wasn't
from back in
there
the day?
it just listen, you remember, and I forget the game, it's annoying me so much, but there was this PlayStation game that they were saying it's like a love letter to their fans. And it was
It
all
was
dramatic.
wasn't it Astrobot?
Was it Astrobot? I feel like it was
Yeah, I think it was
it was
Astrobot.
longer. It was, like, longer ago.
Oh, I don't remember.
Um, but anyways,
Yeah,
go
well,
ahead.
this was not a this the difference though is that this actually had context and real actual
Oh,
things to back it up, unlike that the clown show over there at PlayStation. So, Eurogamer here, who are down with Digital Foundry and owned by IGN, says gave it 100. Smart, fun, and so very Indiana Jones. The Great Circle is a stealth action tour de force that marks a bold new era for machine games. So you know how there's like people who some people don't like stealth, right? Some people don't like games that are a little slower pace, and
yes.
I think that that's where your negative group exists, because they are, we're again expecting more of like an Uncharted, even though Uncharted had like stealth segments too. Still in their mind, what they thought that game was, and I think that that's what they were kind of hoping this was going to be for anybody who rated it low. And we know that's not many people, so seems like the majority of people just like a great game with different types of you know mashed up genres within it, and it looks like they went ahead and did that. And we remember Todd had that interview a while back, and he tried to
Yes.
explain what Indiana Jones was, and that's what it is. It's kind of like a mashup of a bunch of different things. So it looks like they nailed it.
Well, I can't wait, to get into it because it does. She maybe knows when we saw the movie. Well, I think that was not your first time seeing the movie, but it has such a balance that it's going to be difficult, or it has to be difficult to portray and kind of capture every element that goes into the from that movie that goes into the game. So, I'm excited to see how they went ahead and did that. Let's see. Amit Kumar. See, Amit Kumar says, "Oh, I remember that doodle." Yes. See, he remembers the love letter that I'm talking about. That's awesome. But
Well,
yeah, you have to it has I'm excited to see how balanced it is, but this is not an easy one. So it's really nice that we're seeing this type of positive feedback because it was a tricky one for them to go ahead and balance and kind of appease to like everyone out there.
agreed. So over here we got Sports Illustrated, GLHF on Sports Illustrated. Is that good luck, have fun? Isn't wasn't that Xbox's little tagline for a little while? Mm. All right. Anyway, Sports Illustrated gives it 100. Says Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is the first true triple A adventure game we've had in ages, and one of the best games of 2024. People jumping in expecting it to be Wolfenstein in everything but name might be disappointed, but settle into its pace and you'll be treated to a whirlwind world tour that only video games can deliver. Actually, cancel that. This is a fash banging. What is a fash bashing experience only machine games could deliver? An unforgettable adventure that easily outdoes the most recent movies it's based on. Ooh, I
Nice.
don't know what
Nice.
fast bashing is. Maybe somebody can enlighten me to what that is, but sounds like it could go different ways. Oh, fascist bashing. Got it. Okay, that makes a little more sense. All right, that makes a little
So
more
if you
sense.
can click on it, we have Will Broke Boy Lewis with a $5 super chat. Um,
Our
can
boy,
you yes, our boy, what's up, love?
what's
Thank
up,
you for
player? Thank you for
rocking
being here,
out.
man. Thank you for that
Thank
$5
you
super
so
chat.
much for that super chat. Go ahead, get in
Says,
there.
I'm enjoying the pony saying about the reviews now. Xbox handpicked who got review codes so they could get high scores. Like PlayStation doesn't do it too. I
I
mean,
mean, let's not go too far back. What did they do with their latest console, the PlayStation 5 Pro? Weren't they didn't send it out. They brought people in to go ahead and kind of zoom into the situation. They were very tiptoed about who was gonna go ahead and say what about their new console. So I mean, let's not be silly. But
well,
thank you for I didn't know that they were out there
of course they're
saying
gonna do
that.
that.
So
Of course, until they
Will, thank
play it.
you.
Until they get it on
And then it's the
PlayStation.
best thing ever.
Oh, you guys beta tested it for us. We got it now and it's better than ever. Quiet.
Or maybe they're not gonna support it, and then they all just go out there and buy it, just
Well,
like
they're
they
not
did with
I
Call of
mean,
Duty.
that's the reality anyway. You
Exactly.
got Gaming Trend with that 95 says Indiana Jones and the Great Circle perfectly translates the fun of the films into video game form. It's a globe-trotting adventure that'll have you brawling through deserts, sneaking across a German boat in the Himalayas, and trying not to get bitten by snakes in long forgotten temples. Ooh, you're gonna have fun in those parts.
Oh my gosh.
The story
Stop
is
it.
phenomenal, but the real highlight is the gameplay. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is absolute bliss from start to finish and would make Dr. Jones proud. Me digs, me digs. That's a nice review there. Um, who else? These other people I don't really know too much. Looks like they're, I mean, still getting great reviews, but I think here's GameSpot. Look at GameSpot.
Ooh, let's go.
Look at these clowns. Saying Machine Games has successfully designed a game around its protagonist. Its mix of improvisational stealth and combat feels distinct by adopting a fast and loose style that echoes indie's scrappy persistence. It might not be quite as accomplished in all areas as the studio's Wolfenstein games, but Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is still a frequent delight. You got Gaming Nexus says Machine Games has fully captured the essence of what makes the original Indiana Jones trilogy great, delivering a fantastic experience full of stunning detail that feels like you are living through one of those 80s indie adventures with great characters, amazing graphics. There you go. That's what I like to hear. Amazing graphics and a stellar story. This game sets a new bar for how to adapt a franchise and give fans a new experience that would otherwise be impossible. A few minor bugs here and there, but otherwise a stellar achievement. Keep them coming. All right.
Let's go.
That was dope. That's what I like to hear. Uh okay, so we got two back to back over here, and then we can kind of move on. WCCF Tech, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is an excellent adventure action game that features one of the best Indiana Jones stories, great level design that rewards exploration, and awesome ray trace visuals. This might just be the best game dedicated to Dr. Henry Walton we've ever seen. I'm certainly hoping for more. Ooh, that's a good, you know what? Maybe we'll talk about that after this. Is do we get a sequel? Do they stick on this train? Do they
Oh,
pump out another one? Or are they going to give us Wolfenstein 3? Are they going to piggyback these two? Or there's going to be like, you know, their two franchises they go back and forth with? Um, oh, wait, wrong button. All right. And then IGN with the 90, an irresistible and immersive global treasure hunt, and far and away the best indie story this century. Indiana Jones, this century, damn. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs on your hard drive where you can play the heck out of it. Oh, that was good. That was good. Um, okay. I mean, even looking down, I mean, you got a lot of 80s, game rant at an 80. Um, and then you got PC Mag, of course, at 70, the Gamer, of course, at 70. And then they got a few review in progresses. Um, but overall, I mean, I mean, that's what a debut for Indiana Jones uh out of Machine Games.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That was very, very, very good. Very good to see. Um, and again, having 87 on PC, 86 on Xbox, that's not bad. That's not bad. So, um, that being said, we did see that that one little summary we read, and I am wondering, where do you think they go? Do you think that they're gonna go boom into another one, or do you think they swap over to Wolfenstein for a while and then kind of, you know, bounce back to indie? Because clearly indie is like the actual IP is desperate for success, right? Like they want indie. They've been clearly trying to keep that a franchise, you know, and not let it just die with the old greats, but then like keep it going. And frankly, a lot of people just didn't really care for the movies lately. Um, and I mean, this seems like a beacon of hope for the franchise, right? Like this game looks like it's like this is what indie can be. I mean, do we see them going ahead and do more of this? Is there maybe like a DLC or an expansion? I don't know if that's already announced. Maybe we can I don't remember. So maybe the chat can let us know. I
Oh,
see Why So Serious says C DLC C money. So not quite sure. Um, but
so
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, 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 go ahead. I was gonna ask you, but what do you think?
I mean, listen, this is the reviews are a big deal, right? And when we think of who else will benefit from this, we see how, Cyberpunk, the game after they did the show, how it kind of rose back up, right? Attention and eyes on Cyberpunk again. Um and it kind of goes hand in hand. It's not just, Bethesda, and it's not just, Xbox. We're talking Disney as well. This is a big win for them. How many people are gonna go ahead and play this game that maybe have not watched the movie and wanna go ahead and see it for the first time? How many people are gonna go ahead and wanna, watch the movie again because of the game, or wanna watch the movie before they get into the game? So this is probably what they're hoping to have, the success that they're looking for when they go ahead and sign a contract with PlayStation. But when it comes to the it all depends, right? Because if they felt like this was a one and done type of situation, then you kind of sometimes you say, okay, well, I have a story here. Let me go ahead and that I can tell. Let me go ahead and have a make a DLC. But if that was not the intent and you have a roadmap of what you're moving on to, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna go ahead and continue. They shouldn't make another one for the sake of making it, or because of the success, or how people are receiving the game. It should be because there's more they have to say, or more they want to engage the players with. That's how it should be. It should be organic, not based off of, this has been received well, so let's go ahead and bang another one out. So, I don't know if you feel the way I do, but when you force a situation, it changes things.
No, I agree. It would definitely have to be a passion project, right? Like
Yes.
it would have to be them saying, "Okay, you know, we want to make another one." I guess the reason I really wanted to bring that up is, you know, I would hate for any of these games to, you know, especially like licensed IP, right?
Yes.
Um, to start defining the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Absolutely.
don't want them to end up like an Insomniac where it's like
Yes.
they're just a hamster in their wheel, just constantly going, pumping out another one. These all of these studios have their own IP that they created, or at least were, brought back because Wolfenstein is a very old IP. I don't know if they were the original makers of that IP, but they are they are, actually able to make their own things. So as much as this is dope, I don't know if we need them to keep pumping one out. Um,
I think sometimes there's something great and it's just that's just what it is. We don't need to be fed more of it until we're sick of it, right? Especially again, what they felt was okay, we have so much more that we can do if the game is well received, but if not, this is just what we got. That's a different story. Yes, get back in there and they should be very excited to go ahead and move on to what's next, right? What else they have to do or say through indie, right? But if it's not, then like you said, this is the risk when you go ahead and you start just chasing that approval or that that bag, and I don't think that that's what Xbox is about from what we've known and what we've seen. I don't think that they're like, okay, well, get to the next one because this one's doing well. So especially on something that is also messy. It's a bit messy because it's not their IP, right? And we were kind of having a discussion about this, and we were talking about how, how are they going to go ahead and handle this when it comes to Game Pass? How do you determine how much money goes to Disney and what cut they get from those that are playing the game through Game Pass, right? That's difficult. I don't know exactly how they're doing that, but it gets a little more messy because if you want to keep the game in there, even though it's your game, it's not your IP. So you're going to have to go ahead and renegotiate, and you're just linked to someone else. So it's not just a solo
yes,
decision, and it can get really messy. Um, this is why we always say buy the building, Xbox, just buy the building. And with some of the games where they're tied down, it's like go ahead and get the rest of it so you don't have to deal with anything else, or if anything changes, you don't have to get messy. Um secure it. So it's just it's not their IP. As great as it is that is doing well, and maybe this is going to be great for Disney. um I'm not sure that this is something that should be decided based on that.
I agree. I agree, and I hope that that's the way it works out.
Absolutely.
I hope that they just use this as fuel to pump them up to make their next, big game that is theirs, that they created, they own, that they can take to whatever heights they want to take, not beholden to another IP holder, right? But this is what this does for them. This just gives them that one thing that a lot of people were bringing up in the past, which was the one thing Xbox was missing were the zeitgeist games where there were had popular IP that wasn't theirs that they made games for, right? So Sony, obviously PlayStation has Spider-Man, right, which is a huge name, and that draws people to the box, and it makes them, especially when they announced Wolverine right after that, that if you're a certain type of person, you might sit there and believe that if you want access to superhero games or games that are based off of popular IP, then PlayStation would be the place that you would go because they're the only ones who have those type of IP. Well, now, you can see that Xbox is kind of flipping the script and saying, well, actually, we could have always had those. We just didn't want them. So now, look, we have Indie. And not only do we have it, but it's a phenomenal game.
Yes.
This also puts a nice, I would say, boost in confidence
I know
on
what you're
the
gonna say.
next game, which is Blade, right?
Yes.
Which we have coming, right? So it's like, oh snap! Look at what Xbox did with this IP. You know, now are they going to continue that? on with Blade, which is another beloved IP. And I think we all can probably agree that the answer is yes, right? Xbox is not they're not missing anymore, right? They're hitting every time, and I think that that's a huge deal, right? I think it is. I think it makes a difference for them to be able to have this and say, look, we have that, mainstream IP that is, out there in movies, right? Here's your Indiana Jones. Not only do we have it, but we did it well, right? And people are loving it, and that's what matters. So I think that's a great thing that took place. I just don't want them to get caught up in it. Now, maybe every studio can have a passion of theirs in film or something else that they can grab an IP for them and say, "Hey, here's your shot at a cool IP that you want, but we're not going into like this grind where that's you forever." But if there's anyone that you actually really been hoping to do, let us know and we'll try to get it for you. Like that would be cool, right? To allow the different studios to kind of get their shot at an IP that they, don't necessarily own, but would like to, make an impact with.
So I gotta go to Z Black Rider says he said I can't click on it, but he says Doodle says buy Disney. Got it. Scoop them up.
Scoop them up.
They're in a little bit of trouble right now. Maybe time to do so. But listen, um, this is the problem, right? And this is the difference. When and you brought up Spider-Man with PlayStation, and God of War is also an IP that anyone can go out there and make, and we see their struggle, right? Xbox did it right. You go out there, you make your games, you have your foundation, right? To go ahead and have an IP, go ahead and make a deal here or there. There's a difference because you have what makes you you, right? You have that original IP that people come to your box for. So if they don't make another indie, that's all right. If they don't make another Blade, that's also going to be all right. Is it exciting when they go ahead and do something like that? Yes, great. It's an addition to what you are and what you deliver, but it's not your essence. It's not who you are and what you bring to the table because that leaves you with nothing. It's not yours. So I think that's the difference between the two. Yes, they are big enough that now they can go ahead and dabble here and there, and it shouldn't be a thing that they just do. Again, this is messy, so it's something that they can go ahead and mess around with here and there, but not something that becomes their identity.
I agree. I love that. I think 100% that that's literally what it should be, right? You don't want them to have it become their identity. You want them to have it be a great game that they made, but they also
Exactly.
move on and do their own thing.
I see
Uh,
Rodella here. Rodella says, "Damn, Doodle just exposed money. What I do?"
you expose me all the time. You know what I'm saying? Uh, all right. So the homie Will Bro Boy Lewis, my dude with that $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you, homie. Says Xbox games on
Thank
IGN in the
you.
last 2 months. It has been weird, hasn't it? It has been weird. Black Ops 6, 9. Flight Sim 2024, 9. Stalker 2, 8. Indiana Jones, 9. Are they changing their tune on Xbox games? What did
Go
they give
ahead.
Hellblade? We need to look at what they gave all of Xbox
We need
games.
to see where the
Our
change
History
kicked in.
Untold. Yeah, Our History Untold, Age of Mythology,
Yes.
Hellblade, obviously. I don't remember what they gave it. But you're absolutely right. I mean, obviously, we've been talking about this for a long time, man. Like once the games start coming, there like you cannot deny greatness, bro. Like you just can't. You can't. You can try. You can try, but
I
there's
mean, you
only
can
so much that
try.
that's
This
gonna
is what we're seeing with the Game Awards, right? And the joke that is out there when it comes to a lot of the nominations, but this is the thing. It gets to, so I'm seeing over here Will Broke Boy Lewis says IGN gave Hellblade 2 an 8. Um
Okay,
So
it should have been higher, but
it should have been
that's at
higher,
least
but
not like they're bullcrap
that's
7, right?
acceptable. Yes, agreed.
So,
We
I mean,
talked
overall, IGN's done good this year for
yes,
Xbox on
yes.
reviews.
It's got a little tax, just not full blown. It's not blatant how they were trying to go ahead and do it before. And I was looking for the change. I was looking for the change before the change was forced and like it's an undeniable situation and they feel like they have to go ahead and do it. But sometimes you just got to make the change happen and you can't deny what's taking place here. Um Cage, you already know. Cage knows about me and Ara, history untold. I'm on I know, I know. I said I was gonna stop after
I
my
knew you
4th.
weren't.
I know! That's messed up. I feel like I would, but I can't. I'm on my 5th playthrough. I said after my 4th one I was going to stop. I can't quit it.
This is a really good game. It's excellent, and you're great at it. Like,
Thank
you're out
you.
here wrecking people, dominating this world. Is awesome.
Well, listen,
Phenomenal game, man.
it feels good.
I get
To
it.
get in
I
there.
bet. I bet.
Magoo says that Age of Mythology, IGN gave it a 9.3. It's an excellent game. It's so good.
It's really great
Um,
game.
yes.
So, technically, IGN has been Team Xbox this year.
Well, don't get carried away, see?
I mean, as
But
far as
we're
reviews are concerned, they're not slapping them. I mean, listen, they gave Hellblade an 8. It should have been higher. That for sure.
for sure,
But Black
yes.
Ops 6 a 9, sure. Flight Sim a 9, sure. Stalker an 8. Maybe should have been a little higher, maybe not. Depends on how you feel about that game. But I think overall, it's just they're not. I don't know. I feel it. I feel the idea that maybe they're changing their tune a little bit, and I think that it's based off what we had spoken of, which is like at a certain point you just can't deny it,
Yeah.
right? These games are on Game Pass. It's too easy for people to play these games and to sit there and call you out. And it's
I mean, it
just
exposes you, right? It
it
just
does.
does. Um, and it's funny, we were talking about Game Pass today because a lot of normally you see a lot of games on sale for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And that wasn't, I feel personally, I don't know if you guys feel differently, like that wasn't the situation this year. And I feel like it has to do with Game Pass. It's changing the game. It's changing the way that people are feeling that rush and that, impulsiveness when it comes to buying the games and putting their money out there when, there are so many games to play in Game Pass. And it's been nonstop. The fact and I love the fact that they were going to drop indie in December. I felt like, why
It's perfect.
not?
I want them to always do this.
Exactly, exactly. It should be covered too. December should be a part of it. So yes, I love that. Such a big game that it's being received so well so far. It's a part of the December hype.
Agreed, 100%. Then we got the homie Will Broke Boy Louis back with another
Yo,
$2 super chat.
thank
Says
you, love.
compare review scores between Indie and the Gotti Black Myth Wukong. Now he also later on says, Will Broke Boy, thank you again for the $2 super chat. Says CMoney,
Thank
check your
you.
tweet DMs. So these two kind of link together because what he sent me was this. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. This is on the top. You have Indiana Jones,
Okay.
Metacritic. On the bottom, you have Black Myth Wukong.
They can't see it because I can't see. I don't know if you're trying to show us.
Oh, oh,
I
oh.
can't
Thank
see.
you
That's
for
what
saying
happens
that.
when I don't have the
Thank you.
screen here, but I'm
Bam.
think there we
Thank
go.
you.
Okay. Okay.
So on the top, Indiana Jones, 87, 86. On the bottom, wait, there we go. On the bottom, you have Black Myth Wukong, 81 and 76. Okay. So understand this. The supposed front runner outside of the small group of people who are pushing so hard for Astrobot to win, Black Myth Wukong 81 on PC, 76 on PlayStation 5. Indiana Jones destroys that game. But as far as the scores are concerned. But I mean, clearly, this is where it is. It,
Game of the
they're
year,
not.
Amit Kumar
Yeah,
says it. 76, damn, that's,
that's
game of
rough.
the year material there.
That's
Um,
rough. That's rough.
as if
So
there weren't any I think okay, so this is as if there weren't any other choices. I think that's the problem for me. Um, if there were nothing else and it was kind of like, oh, well, this is what we got this year and this is where it's at, that's a whole different situation. But considering the amount of games, amazing games that dropped this year, to see the selection, um, it's just it ain't it. It ain't it. But it is what it is.
it is what it is.
That's why you
Indeed.
can't take the show seriously, right? You go ahead and it's exciting to see what Xbox is going to bring to it and we're looking forward to that. It's a freaking a December show for us and then boom, January we get the January direct. So that's what it's about. But when it comes to the nominations, a lot of them are just like what were you thinking? Um oh, my lights are out again.
Oh, oh my god. All right. Let me take while you sort that out, get your light back on your
I'll
phone.
try. I'll try. I'm gonna try to see what I can click on here. Dark Doodle returns.
Doodle returns. That's right. That's right. We got our boy Rody Revenge with that $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you,
No,
homie. Says
thank
DLC
you.
idea. Indiana Jones, Lost in Time. This is the
Oh,
Matrix. Well, I mean, you could do anything you want with this type of stuff. If you want to get crazy with it, I think you can. Um, but I mean, this is the beauty, right? I think I saw somewhere in chat somebody said that Indiana Jones was getting a single player, like a story DLC. So hopefully we'll have to see what that turned out to be. But I mean, you could get crazy with it. We don't know. We don't know. That's the truth. And our boy Demo Flow Gaming, my
demo.
dude. Thank you, brother, for being here, man. Thank you
Yo,
for being a member for
thank
9 months,
so
fam.
much.
Appreciate you, fam. Says IGN is Team Xbox because there is no other teams playing the game.
Demo.
Damn. Says Foam Stars dead, Concord dead, PlayStation 5 Pro dead. There's a cemetery on the other side.
Oh,
Oh
exactly.
my god.
Exactly. It had to be said.
Fire. It did have to be said. It did have to be said. That's wild right there. That's wild. But it's the truth, the truth hurts for a lot of these people, right? The truth does hurt. So sad for them. Um, but you know, it just is what it is. Now, baby girl, what's happening?
I have sound now coming in from here. But if I don't turn this on,
All right, let me
yeah,
let me
it's a
go
little
take a
messy.
quick look. Let me take a quick
If
look.
you guys don't mind, sorry about that. Um, but yeah, Demo's right. 100%. It's a freaking cemetery over there. They must just Hiroki must just carry around a freaking shovel on a daily to see what other hole he's got to dig and what he needs to throw in there. Listen, I think who needs to get their own freaking hole dog up is Herman. Get him out of there. The decisions and his vision for what a great game should be or what is, it's just it ain't it. It's not it. So he needs to get out of there. They need to make some fundamental changes over there in order to move forward. You have to address the issue, and he is a part of the issue. And unless you go ahead and chop that off, you're going to continue to have a problem. Ryur says restart your computer, your PC, Doodle. Yeah, maybe we just have to go ahead and see how it comes in. Oh, it might take me out completely. No mic or anything. I don't know what's going on in this situation. But yeah, I think he's a big part of the problem. They need to clean the house. Um Why so serious says, "When did Dirt get on the show?" Wow! Wow! That's wild. That's wild. That's hilarious. But unless you address the problem, you're just gonna continue to hit a wall. And unfortunately for Hiroki, he is yeah, that's fine. Unfortunately for Hiroki, he came into a really messy situation, one that he may not be able to salvage, essentially. What do you think about that, C? I'm not sure that Hiroki was presented with anything. I'm back like this, though. Oh my goodness, wait, is it completely gone? Can you guys see me? There we go. Okay. My light is back, so
Your
that's
light
good.
is back. You're good.
But yeah, I don't think Hiroki had a fair shot here coming in to fix the problems. I feel like, it's like let's send Hiroki in there to handle them all. But Hiroki knows less about games than Herman does. So what is he supposed to come in and do? Um, he's gonna come in and try to figure out those numbers, trying to see where these games are going to go. But again, it has to be like a cohesive. It has to be a decision that everybody's on board with. It seems like we did see that tweet about Helldivers, and they says it's something that is between Phil and Sony, right? So we don't know how many people are on board and who is left to kind of like bend the knee. Um, so I don't know. I feel like he walked into a really unfair situation that he can potentially get out of his hands, and he may not be able to fix.
Are you talking about Hiroki?
Hiroki,
It's not
yes.
unfair. This is the company. He just went ahead and PlayStation was crap in the bed, so he came in to fix it. He didn't step in like,
What has
"Okay,
he
I'm
fixed?
getting this." Well, he's cut things down. He's shut shit like he's
He
canceled games.
plays
He's
he plays
he's saving
Herman
the
in a
money.
place where he should not be.
Well, I think he did that because he doesn't respect Herman. Okay? He literally said, "I'm choosing someone to run the show and I'm going to leave. I'm only gonna be here for a year." And then he said, "You know what? This ain't gonna work. None of you are worthy of that. None of you can actually run the ship. So I will upgrade you. I will promote you to CEO, right? But there's a co-CEO, and you two are gonna do exactly what you were doing before because I am gonna promote myself to the next level up and make a new place that never existed.
Then
And now I'm
they
the chair."
then they need someone other than Hiroki. Um,
What do you mean? Hiroki's the GOAT. He's cutting people
how
up
is he the
because he's shutting everything down. He hasn't gotten a chance to do anything yet. No games have been made under him yet. What
I
you're
don't
seeing
think
is all
any games
leftover.
will be made under
Good,
Hiroki,
good, good. Get rid
under
of
his
all of them.
freaking it under his term, right?
No, Herman is
Um
great. We need to keep his dumb ass around. What are you
It's like
talking
saying,
about?
"Hey, Dumb and Dumber, come over here.
That's exactly what it
You're the new
is.
CEOs."
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
let them pretend. Let them play
talk
pretend.
about setting them up to drown. You have a moron over there that you gave a crown to. It is ridiculous.
It
Listen,
is.
keep the shovel in hand and just buy more land because there's a lot more that's going to be buried, and we need to expand on that cemetery if they don't make some changes.
Listen, I'm ready for it. Keep it coming. You know what I'm saying? Keep it coming. Dave Reezy in the building, my
What's
dude.
happening? Thank
Thank
you for
you
being
for
here.
being
Happy
here.
Thursday.
Thank you for that $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you. Homie says Tech deserves more credit. It did its job by pissing on the ponies from so high up. They think God sent them a golden shower.
Oh,
No umbrellas needed.
wow.
Damn.
Oh my gosh, from so high up, the
Wow.
gallopers think they're getting a golden freaking shower. That is I can envision the whole situation, and that's
Wow.
literally how they were out there fighting for this freaking pisser as if it were God's gift to the world. Here we go, so it's a 40-90. Like, how ridiculous. how ridiculous. They're still drinking the Kool-Aid. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. That is wild. Shout out to Dave Reese. Thank you so much for that super chat. That was funny. That was funny. They're like gargling. They're like, oh, let me drink some of this rain.
Wow. That was not a good picture. That was not a good picture at all. No. No, it was not. No, it was not. Oh my god. All right, all right, all right.
Oh man.
All right, baby. Listen,
What's
I
up, though?
noticed that we have hit the magic number
Oh, let's
to go
go.
ahead and do our first giveaway. But before we do that, is there anything else? Because once we come back, we're switching topics. Anything else about indie? Anything else about the Metacritic score, what it means to Xbox? Anything else you have before we move on?
Listen, about Indy, all I've got to say is that plans will be changed for someone tonight. All right. Because of
Somebody playing
EJ
indie.
Jackson. Shout out to EJ Jackson. He is providing the code, and one of you is going to spend the night having some fun. So go.
Like in video game form. We're not sending anybody over to you. Are you back?
Baby.
All right, don't touch nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, don't touch anything as if I was the one who broke something. It's
No. I'm
it's
saying
always
it's sensitive right now. Okay,
sensitive.
just use your eyes.
I can see everybody's chat. I can click. I
Oh
can
my God.
I can bring back my confetti. Let's freaking go. Right. I feel like this was EJ Jackson. He fixed this for us. We were about to go into the game to go ahead and do the giveaway.
My
And
God.
he was like, I've got to, sprinkle some joy into Doodle's computer and see what happens. Listen, this was crazy. It's so wild because it was all gone, and I'm looking at my phone, and as big as it is, when you're trying to look at a screen for a stream, it's so small, and it's down here, and I'm trying to see what you guys are typing in, because
All
I
right, so
I
we're
love
back.
reading your comments. Listen, CMoney, let me have my moment right now,
all right,
okay?
I got you.
I'm back.
Let's get this moment for the giveaway going. All right. You have everything ready? Now you're good, right? Now you can see everything.
Hype, bro.
Let's set it up. We got to get your timer ready to go.
People.
I'm going to get my number. It's between 0 and 1,000 first round. I don't know if you guys know how we do here. But when we do a giveaway, we don't just click a random clicker or a random picker that's just randomly going to pick some random person. No. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a fun time doing it. So it's very simple. All right. Between 0 and 1,000 first round, you guys are going to pick a number that you think that I guess. God bless you. I'm writing this number down now. It's already written. So what you're going to do is you're going to guess. You're going to have 30 seconds. Doodle's going to write start in the comment, in the comments, and you'll see it.
Yes.
Anything from that moment on, you can guess as many times as you want between 0 and 100.
In 1,000, clown.
I mean 1,000. My bad. It's been a while. And 1,000. Between 0 and 1,000. Okay. And if you guess the number right, you win. If you're the first person to guess it right. If multiple people did it, it's the first person that it comes up with. And that's it. And then if no one wins, we'll do another round in a little while, and another round. You get 3 chances, and then we switch to a members only round as the 4th attempt. And the number is going to keep getting smaller. So it goes 0 to 1,000, then 200 to 800, then 400 to 600. And then that's it. Last one is closest to. So there's a guaranteed winner in the 4th round. But let's get it. I already got my number written. Baby, you got your thing. Let's get our music.
That's right. No tocas nada, Doodle. That's exactly what took place over here. Not nice.
All right.
Not nice.
I got the music ready to go. Let's go ahead.
Syrup music.
That's right.
All right,
we can't
get ready
forget
to
the
get
syrup.
Hypnotized, you guys.
All right, 30 seconds. Let us know,
Hold
baby
up.
girl.
I need my timer. Don't get crazy on me.
Let's see. Can we have? It's been a little while. The homie EJ Jackson has provided. Remember, this is for if you have Game Pass. Okay, if you have Game Pass, this will give you the premium upgrade to Indiana Jones worldwide code on Xbox, so you can play Indiana Jones tonight.
Yes.
But you have to have Game Pass. If you don't have Game Pass, don't be an ass. Don't take this code because it's not for you unless you're gonna win and then go get Game Pass. All right. But outside of there, it's only for Game Pass. Okay.
Right.
Let's
Ready?
get it. Right start and hit your timer. All right. She hit start. Let's go.
Get those numbers in. You guys heard the reviews. It is undeniable. So it's pretty dope.
It is a huge W of a game. I'm so happy that Xbox is doing this. Like they have reached this new level where nothing is crap anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, here we
30
go.
seconds is up. Right stop.
Up. I did. I was ready.
All right. I'm going through right now. I have my number here. I'm starting to check. Let's see if we're going to be able to have a first round win. No. We did.
Here.
First round win. I never do this, but I did it. And we got a first round win.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I need to know who was it. Okay, we have a winner, you guys.
You ready?
I don't know.
For the first time ever, I never ever do this, but the first time ever, I chose
No way.
1,000. And who, my friend, was the person who wrote 1,000
so
at least
excited.
first?
Who?
Those are 360.
Go.
360 is the winner.
Let's go.
Let's go, Dova 360. You have just won a worldwide code for Indiana Jones, the premium upgrade for your Game Pass subscription. It is awesome. You have won. Look at this. Wow. Making history. First one ever to ever. Wait, let me not say that. Let me confer with you.
Ultron may have done it on the first round, or was it second? But
I don't
this
remember.
Is wild.
But at least
wild.
it's very close to the. So if not the first, but the second. Okay, and we've given quite a few of them out. So look at you. Congrats, Dova 360. You are the winner. We will get you the code later on, but you have successfully done it. Hit me up on Twitter
in our Discord
or on our Discord. Obviously, the Discord link is right there. Hit us up there, and I will go ahead and get you. I'll get you that code later on to you. Discord or Twitter, whichever way. Hit me up there, and I will send you the message. Shout out to the homie EJ Jackson for going ahead
so dope. Thank you
and
so
providing
much,
this
EJ.
code.
And
You
shout
will
out
be
to
awesome.
Dova 360. Let's
He said it's going to
go.
be Discord. Awesome.
Yes.
Hit me up with a message, DM there, and I will get it over to you. Let's go. All right.
Yes.
Wow.
That's
was quick.
Awesome.
That was quick. Beautiful. Let's get it. All right. Let me get my next chapter ready to go. Okay. So the next chapter. Oh, yeah. I remember this. One. Now we're gonna talk about where's it? Boom, go here. Okay, bam.
Day Reese says, "Don't stop the music yet. I'm with my lady." Listen.
That's exclusive. Okay, I can't have you out here doing this type of stuff. Oh my god. All right. Let me just grab it. So man, I click on a lot of stuff, yo. Hold on. It's not there. All right, here we go. Wait. But where's homeboy? No. Afterwards, I got Wait.
Oh my gosh. Okay, while you do that, did you guys see the new Xbox controllers for Squid Game? They are fire. Okay, well, I will say the new Xbox controller because one of them you can only win. They made a limited amount of them, and you can only win if you go to New York City and participate on a tournament, I believe, right? See?
Yeah, some type of tournament.
Yes. So they have the pink one. It is freaking fire. I don't know if you guys saw it. Let me know if you checked it out. But it's so cool. It's so freaking cool. I'm tempted. I'm tempted.
They
Um,
actually had a few of them, because they have that one, and then they have, um they came out with, like, a Indiana Jones inspired
yes.
one, but it's not a, like, it doesn't have, like, a skin on it. It's more of just a
Like the color.
yeah, just like a like,
Yes.
inspired by the colors.
So yes,
Um,
it's not like the Call of Duty one where it just screamed Call of Duty and you were like, "Oh man, I gotta have this." But yes, yes, the Squid Games one though, I feel like I see Squid Games when I see it. I hope season 2 is really good. Um Fossil saw it. Okay. So yes, it's based on Squid Games 2, the new season, right? Says it looks cool. Um Oh, Doba360 sent a DM on Discord, CMoney. Awesome. Thank you, Doba.
alright, cool, man.
Thank you.
Um,
So Duke Togo, what's up, love? Thank you for being here. He says this may sound weird, but Indiana Jones has the most realistic teeth I've ever seen in a game. It doesn't sound weird because those are like the little details that really draw you in, right? And the fact that you pay attention to that I love that because I'm kind of like that too. Something small like that can take me kind of like ow, and it's like, oh, look at that, that's rough. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that you notice the little details. They're so important, I feel like. Right? You are no picks for the controller? I don't know if C
I
Money saved it. I don't know if he has the pictures. Um, but yeah. So Be Nice says video game teeth always been a problem. Um, yeah, they're a little off. They're a little off, but I gotta go ahead and check that out. I'm waiting for the punch, bitch slap punch that he does. I can't wait to do that. It was like it's part of like, you know, the comedic elements that are in there. Um, so I was like, did he just slap? Yes, Cage in lip sync, he says. That's so frustrating for me. So I don't know if it annoys you guys the same way, but it is so frustrating when when you see it and it's just not lined up right. Um it does annoy me a lot, quite a bit. So yeah.
so okay, that's what took place. I
Yes.
had it, and I think that dude got caught or something happened. Man, that blows. Alright, well, somebody, went ahead and had it posted. I had it bookmarked because I was like, "Alright, dope, we're gonna actually be able to see it." Um, it might be open on the upstairs computer, but let me see if I can grab a tab from another device, that'll be wild. But
See money letting us down. Letting us down.
it's true. Hold on. Okay, let me see. Any of this? No? No, doesn't look it. Okay. Well, we're just gonna go based off of it then and just keep it moving because I thought I could have had it. but I don't. Was it? Wait. What's this? Ah,
So while you do that, I want to show something super cool. Um, I got a message from FarQ that he wanted to share with us, and this is so dope. On Point for Gamers was my top gaming creator. Check it out. That's so dope. Shout out to FarQ. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for rocking out with us. You're awesome, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's so dope.
that is so dope. Let me see it.
Ready?
Yeah, let me see it. Yeah.
See.
Oh, that's dope.
Right? That's so cool.
Thank you, sir.
Shout out to
That's very awesome.
FarQ.
Shout out to FarQ. Shout out to Clute, Abdel. We
Yes.
were his number one
Thank
too.
you.
That's
Thank you
really
so
dope, man. We
much.
appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. Okay, I found it. I did my open. I literally it worked. I did leave it open on the other computer, and thank you to Microsoft Edge. Boom. Even though the place that I got it from literally deleted, it's like he deleted the tweet that he did and moved it, it was still open. So I have it here. So we're actually going to be able to beat the system and read this damn thing. Okay, so let me take my timestamp and then we can get rocking.
Let's go.
All right, so here's our chapter. Boom. Okay. So Tom Warren. Okay, Tom Warren has a on the Verge has a like notepad thing that he does where it's like subscription based. So you need to subscribe to be able to um see what he wrote, right? And we actually have it here. That's right. Somebody posted this. We grabbed it before they were able to remove it. So we can actually read what the article says.
Okay, let's go.
So, and this is in reference into a tweet that he made talking about the Notepad article that he put up, and it talked about Sarah Bond basically staking her reputation on this new direction for Xbox. So, we're gonna read the article, see what we feel, we'll discuss it.
Okay,
All
let's
right.
go.
All right. So says here Microsoft and Google are fighting over the future of Xbox. A legal battle could sway Microsoft's mobile Xbox plans. All right. It says in October, it became very clear that Microsoft and Google were at war again. After a 6 year truce on legal battles ended in 2021, Google has in recent months been voicing its concerns about Microsoft's cloud business. That particular dispute is at the lobbying regulator stage, but another disagreement between the two tech giants has slipped into the courts and the public sphere and could sway the very future of Xbox. Just a little timeout. This actually is really good because this is another story that I wanted to talk about. We were gonna talk about it at the end of one of the other days that we were streaming,
Yes,
but we ran
yes,
out of time. So we were gonna do it on Sunday, but then Sunday we couldn't stream. So it never got done. So now
yes.
it's actually all tied up into the same conversation. So continuing on, says Microsoft revealed last week that it built a new Xbox game store for Android, but has been unable to launch it. The store relies on a key court ruling that will force sweeping changes to Google's Play Store, opening it up to competition and ending the requirement for apps to use Google Play billing. Microsoft has been desperate for regulators to act and pave the way for its ambitious Xbox mobile efforts. But after the court ruling offered a brief moment of hope, Google won a temporary administrative stay, blocking the changes from coming into effect in November. Microsoft had planned to sell games directly in its Xbox app for Android and allow customers to immediately stream those games directly to their phones and tablets. These two features combined aren't possible right now unless Microsoft is willing to sacrifice 30% of Xbox game purchases on Android to Google. Now, just a quick timeout before we keep going through there. The first thing, if you don't know, when Microsoft sells a game on their platform that is not first party, they only keep 30% of the purchase. 70% goes to the developer. In Google's world, they would be keeping that 30%
Okay.
and Microsoft would just be paying the developer. Therefore, Microsoft would make $0 in the transaction
Well,
and only incur costs related to delivering said game
got
the
it, got it, got it,
to the
got it, got it.
customer.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So clearly this can't happen. So when they say and I know most of us know, but just in case for people who are watching this later, when they say they're the whole point of that uh, to open it up to competition for the Google Play Store is they remove the Google Play billing, which means Microsoft would have been able to link out to its own billing infrastructure so that you would be buying directly from them on the app versus buying it through Google Store, which will then only give Microsoft the remaining money and not the whole, not the whole thing,
Yeah.
right? Um, so that is not possible, right? You cannot do that, right? That's not something that can exist. They cannot give Google 30%, give the developer 70% and keep nothing. That's not
Not how it
sustainable
works.
business. No, not
No,
at all. Any way, shape, or form.
no.
Okay. Now this is the post that Sarah Bond actually wrote that we were going to cover that now we get to do so all in one shot. Says due to a temporary administrative stay recently granted by the courts, we are currently unable to launch these features as planned, said Xbox president Sarah Bond in a Blue Sky post last week on the eve of Thanksgiving. Our team has the functionality built and ready to go live as soon as the court makes a final decision. Google's reaction was different, though. Now, they say Microsoft has always been able to offer their Android users the ability to play and purchase Xbox games directly from their app. They've simply chosen not to, said Google spokesperson Dan Jackson in response to Microsoft public complaint, which obviously Google's being cheeky, right?
This is
Like
ridiculous.
they
It's
know that they
ridiculous.
can't, they know what they're saying. Of course,
Of course
Microsoft can
you
do it.
can, for sure. Just give us 30%, give them their 70%, and you make nothing. This is that whole idea of like, you have a lot of money. You should be able to do this and do things for free and just keep people because for the sake of it. Like, this is so ridiculous, and they shouldn't come out here. They should not have made that comment.
Agreed. Okay. As always, the reality between Microsoft's and Google's statements here is somewhere in the middle. By the way, I don't think he covers it here, but there's a third party involved, which is Epic,
Okay.
who makes Fortnite,
Yes.
and they came out in support of Microsoft
Yep.
versus Google's statement, basically saying like they know what they're talking about here. Like he knows what he means, and to say that is stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
All right, so
Kind of put out there, and it's kind of like it's really ridiculous because what you're trying to let people know that may not know what's necessarily going on behind the scenes is kind of like, well, they've always been allowed to. They're doing this to you, the consumer, because it's as a choice. Come on.
absolutely, absolutely. So he continues. Microsoft used to allow you to buy games. All right, well, actually, let me start here. Let me start back on this part. As always, the reality between Microsoft's and Google statements here is somewhere in the middle. Microsoft used to allow you to buy games in the Xbox mobile app on Android, but it removed the functionality in 2020 when it decided to add remote console streaming to the app. Google's Play Store policies mean Microsoft would have to give up a 30% cut if it wanted to allow Xbox players to buy games in an Android app and then also play them. Okay, that's where there's the difference. All right, I didn't know this part. So technically speaking, if Xbox just wanted to let them buy the games from the app, they wouldn't have to give up the 30%. But because they want them to buy the game and then play the game, now they want their 30%. Okay. Either way, it's crazy that they think that that's going to happen, but sure. Google, quote unquote, allows customers to purchase digital content using non Google commerce systems in a native app, but only if the content is not consumed in the app. E.g., a customer can use Sony's PlayStation app to purchase, but not to play digital games, says Microsoft in a court filing last month. That explains why Sony and Valve both offer the ability to buy games in their Android apps, but run separate streaming apps for remote play. Kind of makes you wonder why don't they just do that? You know what I'm saying?
Messier?
I mean, it creates an extra step, but it's like you can direct them over there, I'm assuming. Um,
It depends about, how much you care about the experience going in for the consumer. There's a lot into play, right?
maybe
That you
that's what they
want to
want.
consider. Yes.
Um, I mean, I do think people will be smart enough to know, like, hey, go to the app to buy it, and then go to like the remote streaming app to play it. But
I agree. However, some people find that annoying and frustrating.
yeah, okay. Okay, so Microsoft says Google's fees are exorbitantly expensive, making it uneconomic for the company to offer streaming Xbox games in the way it wants to. More than that, Microsoft says Google Play billing just won't work because in game purchases in Xbox console games are engineered to use its own payment system. It would take years for Microsoft to rewrite the code, the company says. Many of the most popular Xbox games are third party titles that Microsoft cannot rewrite because it does not develop those games, says Microsoft. Going back to the other part, though, I think the part that just makes sense is like, why are you being a bitch, Google, and forcing us to do a runaround when you
Yes.
know that the runner, like,
But the
that we
runaround
could
is
do
ridiculous.
that. So why
Okay.
make that why make us do it? Just get rid of the idea. You know the point, right? If I can buy it there and then direct them to another app and have them play it there and not have to lose the money, why not just cut the BS and
Because
let
Google
us do
know
it?
exactly what they're doing. They're using their power to force them to bend the knee, right? They know the situation that they're in, obviously, and it's very telling. It's very telling, the companies that we're dealing with, right? I feel like this just reinforces everything we know um about these companies.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think it's ridiculous when you go ahead and think about the fact that it very much so is a possibility with doing that one extra step. So why not just cut the bull? But
Exactly.
all right, so Tom Warren now continues, says, I'm not so sure it would take years to offer Google's payment system in Xbox games, but it's clearly something Microsoft has no incentive to build just to give 30% of game purchases to Google. Microsoft should be allowed to easily link out to a website to let people stream the games they just purchased. Exactly the type of Xbox app it just built. The court ruling and any potential delay here will be key to Microsoft's plans to extend Xbox beyond the console base that isn't growing. I love how he says that matter of factly, and people still question why Xbox is doing this.
Mhm.
So let me repeat that. The court ruling and any potential delay here will be key to Microsoft's plans to extend Xbox beyond a console base that isn't growing. Now, it's going to be funny when you see PlayStation add whatever pros they sold to the numbers. And it's like, bro, you didn't get more people, you just got the same people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an illusion. Like you sold more consoles, but to the same people. So like you didn't gain anything. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Okay. So they continue. Microsoft recently launched its This is an Xbox marketing campaign to try and make people think of phones, laptops, tablets, and handheld gaming PCs as Xbox devices. This entire marketing campaign and Microsoft's strategy rely heavily on regulators and courts forcing Apple and Google to open up their stores and allow the purchase and streaming of Xbox games without the 30% cut. Microsoft wants to make it easy for people to buy Xbox games or subscribe to Xbox Game Pass and then play those games within a single app to make it feel like a phone truly is an extension of an Xbox console. Back in 2018, Microsoft strongly believed it could reach 2 billion more gamers this way, and it was confident it would be able to launch an Xbox Cloud gaming app on iOS and Android and sell consumers on its Xbox Game Pass vision. That never happened. Microsoft's entire Xbox mobile vision has been delayed and complicated by App Store policies from Google and Apple. But Xbox President Sarah Bond still very much believes in this vision. Okay, so this is where the line comes in. Sources at Xbox tell me that Bond has staked her career reputation on the idea of Xbox being everywhere across multiple platforms and devices. Now, before we read further, when I hear that, they say that she still very much believes in it, and they're saying that she staked her career reputation on the idea of Xbox being everywhere. So she's saying, like, this is on me. We need to do this. I know that this is gonna work. I put I put my reputation on it. I mean, I don't think that's a hard gamble to make.
It's
I
not.
think it
It's
just
not.
makes sense. It clearly is the way forward. I don't think there's
It
any
is.
confusion
There's
there.
no other way. I think they've maximized and their potential when it comes to the console, right? So they want to expand beyond that to continue to be able to put all these big games in Game Pass. I mean, you have to be a freaking donkey to not be able to understand this, right?
Agreed.
Listen, PlayStation Plus is nothing in comparison to what we're getting with Game Pass. If they can't go ahead and bring in more players, and even when they go ahead and it shifts, right? And more Xbox are being sold. You're not necessarily bringing in new people. You are circulating the same people. And this was the argument. So you have to expand beyond the box. And that's what they're doing without compromising the console. I mean,
Agreed.
this is the way, right? And of course, you're not going to go ahead and invest in doing this and then say, you know what? F it, we're just going to stop here. All of these acquisitions, Game Pass, everything is on the line essentially because this is what they envision. This is their path. This is their way in which they are going to grow. Now, this is an obstacle, right? This whole thing with Google and everything that's taking place is an obstacle. It's just like the ABK deal. We have other ways
Correct.
of getting this done. This is the faster way. So we push for it. If it didn't go through, we would go ahead and continue and get the same thing done. It will just take a little longer. This is not something that is going to stop them. So to go ahead and kind of put this on Sarah and as if like if this doesn't happen with Google, this is oh she failed. No. This is their way. And they are going to find a way to
Yeah.
do this one way or another.
To be fair, it's also, she's staking her career reputation on the idea of Xbox being everywhere across multiple platforms and devices. She cannot force Google or the courts to make
No.
this happen. So it's kind of like you know, like they would only be at risk if they do say, hey, we can go ahead and do this now. And then somehow it just flops massively
So
and
I will tell you
nothing
this. I
comes
will
from it.
tell you this, that I don't think that they would jump in and advertise this and go ahead and put this out there and go all in on it if they thought for a second that plans will be doomed if Google gives them any type of issues.
Well,
Um
I mean, the one thing that I would say is I don't know where Samsung sits on this, right? So the one thing about Samsung and Amazon, right? Because you know, Samsung has its own store, it's the Galaxy store on Android devices. And let's be real, Samsung is by far the biggest Android, you know, supplier, right? Millions and millions of people buy Samsung Galaxy products from the phones to the tablets, all that stuff. So if Google doesn't want to play nice, sure, you don't get all those people who have Google, but you still get a large amount of people who have Samsung if and
absolutely.
they're already in bed with them for the TVs, right? So I could only imagine that that should
That's
be
what
a
I'm
easy
saying.
an easy way. And then Amazon, they have a
The
cozy
Fire
relationship
Sticks.
too with the Fire Sticks, and they have tablets and their own store on their tablets as well, right? So they can kind of it's a roundabout way and it'll be prominent on those devices.
Yes. It listen, it's a relationship that we're already seeing. You brought up Amazon. We know what they have going on with the Fire Stick. This is just it seems like this is just the next step with them, right? And with Android, but I think that there is I don't see anything interfering with the path that they're taking. I can see some delays when things like this pop up. But just like, there was a shift of power where, Game Pass needed people to want to go, developers to want to go put their games in there. And now it kind of turned into a developers want their games in there. They want the publicity, they want the marketing, they want to get that bag, right? I think that as they expand and they even if this doesn't play out, as they would have liked it to, and they have to proceed with, other options, obviously, or whatever other options they have lined up, just don't wait until it's a situation where you have to go to them. How about you just don't abuse your power and you find a middle ground? And obviously, Xbox is not going to come in here and say you take 30%, they take 70, and we're just going to sit here looking like dumbasses. It's
Yeah,
not going to happen.
not
And
at all.
realistically, you I mean, we wouldn't want them to. We don't expect them to. We wouldn't want them to go ahead and in the position, and in who they are going ahead in their position and who they are going ahead and kind of doing something that ridiculous. But yeah, this is something that sooner or later will play out. It's just figure it out. Behind closed doors, make some type of deal. Don't come out here saying that, they've always been able to when you know damn well the situation.
So,
That's
so this is the
ridiculous.
one wrinkle in that idea. The homie Day Reezy's here with that $5 super chat, man. I appreciate you, homie.
Hey, Reese, thank you
Says,
so much.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Google's just mad because Stadia failed and
Yes.
was sweaty cheeks. They fear Microsoft because they are set and ready to go. And honestly, that makes a lot of sense, man. Like Microsoft took them out of the gaming, from for the more hardcore gaming phase
Yes.
of their idea of their business, right? They Stadia got shut down because of the way Microsoft spent money that Google didn't want to spend. Google could have spent it, but they didn't want to, right? Um, so they could just be, bitter, right? And they don't want to talk behind closed door. And that's why Microsoft's out here bringing it out and saying these
Going to
things and
court.
going to
Yeah.
court because it's like, bro, like you're trying to be loose. You know what I'm saying? You can't be loose. You gotta keep it right. And if the courts are making them open it up, right? Like, let's go. Let's
Listen,
get it done.
regardless, and this, it does sound like it. I agree with you, Day Reese. Sometimes, your feelings get in the way, but I think when it comes to business, that's something that you have to put aside and just be logical. with the decisions that you're making and how you approach a situation. For them to go out like this, it's just ridiculous. If you weren't willing, Microsoft didn't make you do anything. You decided to tap out. You decided to not spend the money. You decided to not go ahead and keep pushing. So no one pulled your plug, but you're like you did that on your own. So right now, if they're having an opportunity, you can't think that ri- ridiculously they're going to go ahead and say, well, we're not going to make any money because you're upsetty wetty. um
Yeah.
that's not how it's going to play out, especially when they are literally looking for ways to grow and stay relevant in other ways, not just the box. This just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, the other big thing that can happen, right? And we still got to read more of this because there's more into it. But just another thing that I was thinking about is, I guess, at the end of the day, worst case scenario, they really want to do this. They could, they would just have to work out a deal with the developers and be like, guys, listen, I understand that this sucks and this is annoying. But like we have to break it. So you guys don't get 70%, you get 40%. But the idea is that you're gonna get 40% of a much bigger nut. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
listen, and just for that particular route, right? Just with that, you will have to take an L, and it'll just bring new money that would not be there
Yeah, the
otherwise,
developer will
right?
have to see that. The
But
developer will have to see that.
I also think that, to ask for 30% is like, you have to also find a way if the developers can come down and you can go ahead and go down so everybody can go ahead and make some money. Doesn't need to be 30%. You can come down to 25, 30, and then
Who you
have
mean,
the
for
developers.
Microsoft to do it? Yeah,
Yes.
see, the problem with Microsoft is that they still have to run everything, right? So they still have to feed the cloud, they still have to pay for the cloud, they have to pay for the streaming, they gotta pay for all the back end, right? So that's why
Oh,
they
with
need to make
Microsoft?
Microsoft needs to make
No,
30%.
I'm sorry. I'm talking about Google. I'm talking about
Well, Google
Google
won't come
wanting
down, and
that
that's the
30%.
problem. They don't wanna
I
do
think
that.
if everybody plays nice, be nice, everybody plays nice, everybody wins.
Yeah.
And to show you brought up such a great point. Listen, this is money that is just non-existent. If you go in here and you make less, but you're still making money, I mean, the games are already made.
Yeah, and
It's
it's
just
not
it'll just
like
be a smaller cut of unknown money that you didn't have before. And
agreed.
then the same thing with freaking with Google because they're also making money off of this.
Well, the whole point is Google doesn't wanna bend, so you can't even keep that part in the thought process. It's only what Microsoft does with that 70% that they would be keeping after Google is like, "Okay, I have 70%, how do I pay the developers?" The devs will have to bend the knee. The devs will have to s the devs will have to understand that 40% of, hundreds of millions of potential customers buying your game because it's a whole new platform versus, the 0 of none of that potential mobile market, right? Is it has to be worth it to them. That would be the only way that it would work because Microsoft has to make their 30%, in their version of this.
Absolutely. I don't know. I don't know I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see. We'll
we'll
see.
see.
Because
Well, let's
right
get.
now it's they're not bending on the 30%. What's next?
Well, right now Microsoft is waiting for the courts. So remember, the courts already said this is good to go. And then Google did like this stay because they're trying to appeal it or whatever the case, right? But this is already gone in Xbox's favor already, right? That's why they made that announcement. They came out and said, "Hey, we're doing this because Google lost and we're good to go." So Google has lost, but they won that stay, right? Where they got to postpone it until they got all their other, the appeal. What did they say? It was like the appeal or something like that that they're looking to do. Um,
Yeah, when you appeal something, you have to things kind of just come to a stop. until that goes through. And they're just buying themselves time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's just what it is. So, yeah, due to a temporary administrative stay recently granted by the courts. Okay, and that's what it was. It was just a stay of the actual um what the court said was going to happen, right? So they already approved it. They said this is happening. Google, you lost, but Google's obviously going to attempt to try to fight it, right? Everybody has the opportunity to
Everybody
fight.
has the right to do that.
Yeah,
And
so that's what they're
listen,
doing.
I don't see this
It's just
placing
Microsoft
their
kind of looks like an ass because they announced it. You know what I'm saying? They said, "Hey, we're doing
yes,
this,"
but
and then it
it's
didn't happen.
also, they went ahead and they had this going on. They spend the money because, everything was set to go, and I that's just gonna piss them off. That's what
Yeah, for
people
sure.
don't understand. Like,
Agreed.
you have you can't just run around poking bears to see
Yeah,
what happens.
agreed. Agreed 100%. Um all right. So where was I? Was it this one? This is a new. Okay, that never happened. We talked about this. Staked her career. Okay. So, all right. So she staked her career reputation on the idea of Xbox being everywhere across multiple platforms and devices, which for sure that's a W. She's already doing it, and frankly, it's already successful. So this is just the last holdup that she can't change, right? She can't control being put on these phones. The courts have to do that. So outside of that, then it'll be what they do to kind of fix that issue or work around it. So they continue the new this is an Xbox marketing effort is the first big campaign to launch after Microsoft shook up its internal Xbox marketing teams earlier this year. Former Xbox chief marketing officer Jarrett West departed in June, enabling Microsoft Gaming to move its marketing teams closer to the Xbox business instead of Microsoft's central marketing teams. The Xbox marketing team now reports directly up to Bond, who is clearly keen to get the Xbox Everywhere message out there, which she should. A big part of this Xbox Everywhere strategy is an Xbox mobile store. Microsoft has been teasing its vision of a next generation Xbox store on mobile for years, with Microsoft's $68.7 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard securing key mobile games like Call of Duty and Candy Crush that could potentially tempt consumers away from the Google Play Store and Apple's App Store. Microsoft was hoping that the EU's Digital Markets Act would help it launch the Xbox Mobile Store this year, with Xbox chief Phil Spencer describing the regulations as a huge opportunity for Microsoft. Again, it's funny how Sarah Bond's the one staking her reputation, but Phil is literally like, "Yeah, this is what we should be doing." You know what I'm saying? So it seems like he's behind it, but he has no risk involved. It's only Sarah. Uh
Supposedly, I mean, this is I don't know how this is being framed, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's
And
the
how
one who's writing it, and it's not quoted, right?
exactly.
So,
Exactly. So I don't you take these things just like with a grain of salt, right? You know the situation that's taking place and you kind of inform yourself with certain things, but then there's just those ridiculous things that are in there that you're like, okay, sure. I think everyone's reputation is on the line. And again, you can't go ahead and invest in something and move forward with something that you don't have a plan B for. Um, or plan C even when you're talking about this type of money in this type of you're creating this type of movement when it comes to gaming. You don't just show up and if plan A doesn't work out then it's over. We're going to pack up and go. That's just too much on the line, too much money on the line, too many people. It's just it doesn't make any sense.
agreed. Uh, they continue that mobile store hasn't emerged though. Microsoft said a web-based version was going to launch in July, but it didn't happen. That particular web store is still in testing, and it's not clear exactly why it was delayed. The danger for Microsoft's Xbox Everywhere strategy is very clear from this Google court case and its mobile Xbox store struggles. Microsoft has to play by the rules of other platform holders, and the potential outcome of a court case can sway its entire Xbox strategy and how it offers games across multiple devices. Until mobile app stores are forced to open, Microsoft now has to find workarounds or lobby regulators even harder to make its Xbox vision a reality. So I don't know. I feel like he's going a little too hard on this idea that without the phones, somehow they're done with this. Like Xbox Everywhere is not just phones. It's
No, it's, the TVs, it's the
TV.
laptops, it's the freaking tablets, it's the Fire Stick, it's everything, right? They're creating a movement, not a one single thing, right? It's accessibility, being able to just access your games and going ahead and play when you want and how you can play at the moment. Um, this is the whole. This gives me the vibes of Xbox is dead, you know?
Yeah,
That's what this feels like. It's so dramatic. Um,
agreed.
but that's why you have to put your common sense into it and kind of see what they're going with and what they're trying to lure you into thinking. No, it's not over. This was not the only way. And there's so much more to it than just, Google.
Agreed.
Come on, man.
Agreed. All right. So the rest of his notepad just has other different bits and pieces of information. Um, but yeah, so that is everything there. So we read the whole thing. Um, so I mean, ultimately, when I think of this, when I look at what's happening, specifically with Sarah, because it seems like I think everybody started running with the Sarah thing because Sarah's
Yes,
name was mentioned about repping her, putting her
reputation on the
reputation on the
line.
line. I mean, like, I can see if you're reading this and you see like Phil, when they talk about Phil, there's no mention of him putting anything on the line, right? And it's just Sarah kind of putting her stuff on the line. But at the
This
same
is
time, I mean, it's like I don't look at it like Sarah's putting anything on the line, like her career
why not Matt
reputation.
Booty? Why not Phil? Their job is not on the line. Their reputation is not on the line. I think we know how they move. They are one heck of a team. We talk about how well they're doing and the decisions that they're making and how well they work together and complement each other to get Xbox to where it is right now. Yet, when there's a situation just like the one earlier this year, what are they going to do? Are they going to send Sarah out to go ahead and say that games are going on PlayStation?
Like she's a
Like,
baby,
exactly.
like
Like,
she's some
she's
type of
earned
child,
that spot, right?
like
And
she's
she is a
cutthroat, dude.
boss making boss moves and making decisions. She's not there saying, "Oh, can I please, pretty please? Am I going to lose my job tomorrow?" No, she is a boss. She is running it and she is making business decisions just like Phil is and just like Matt Booty is doing. And we need to stop acting like she's less than. Or
Like,
if something goes wrong, she's the only one that will have to deal with consequences for it. It's just ridiculous. Who are they going to send out there? Sarah's going to go ahead and have to take the bullet for Phil. Like, come on, man. This is a little silly.
so so obviously taking the fact, just like you said earlier, we're taking this with a grain of salt, right? Because there's not a quote here that says Sarah did this. It was his anonymous sources at Xbox said that she's doing that. Now they may be embellishing that a little bit, kind of putting more sauce on it than actually is there. But at the same time, like, let's be real here. These are like $1 trillion companies, and these are big people making big decisions. And yes, absolutely, if decisions that are made go south and hurt the brand, hurt the company, hurt their financials, yes, of course, anybody would get it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody would be in trouble. Anybody who's a part of it will be in trouble. Because no matter how you look at it, if Sarah makes a decision and Phil is her boss, right?
Who
Phil
has to second that?
is okaying that, right? Phil is saying, I get it, I stand behind it. Even if Phil's saying, like, listen, this is what you want to do. If it's bad, that's your ass. You know what I'm saying? We can't look at it like Sarah the woman is doing that. So, oh my God, wow, they would be singling out a woman if something went bad and she got in trouble.
If it were Matt Booty and he made some decision and he came to Phil about it,
And
and
Phil's
Phil
like, yo, if
said,
that goes
"Listen,
wrong, that's your
we're gonna
ass.
move forward with this, but this is if something goes sideways, this is gonna have consequences." And there were consequences, just like how we're talking about Herman, right? And the whole thing with Concord and the decisions that are being made. And it shouldn't just be Firewalk getting the boot. He should also get the boot, right? And it's like, okay, so if we can say that on this end, it doesn't matter who the consequences have to be faced by. Whoever had a hand in this and has to go. It's not some type of unfair doing. Um, and at the same time, you look at this, and this is heavy, right? The decision to go ahead and make all these changes. I do feel like Satya has to okay this as well. Like this is big.
Well, Satya will okay it, but he's gonna okay it on the basis that he's trusting your judgment, right?
Yes,
So that's where your
absolutely,
reputation comes in.
absolutely.
So if you're one of his elite, right? If you're one of his chosen flock that is in charge of making all the right decisions, and he just has to make sure that when he hears it, it doesn't sound completely out of the realm of possibility, or whether or not he trusts your judgment enough to go along with it, right? So he's at the top. So he doesn't have to worry because he's going to blame whoever's a problem. But I feel like the
It's like Game
idea
Pass.
that
They started Game Pass. This was not guaranteed to be a success, right? So,
exactly,
obviously, yes, go ahead, but
and
if
putting
they
games day and date in the Game Pass, that was a
exactly,
separate
that's
time. That was a
that's a big
separate
deal.
decision, and that was a big
Exactly.
risk, right? And you know
Very,
what? It
very
played out. But if it didn't, then Phil would have been screwed, right?
exactly,
So
exactly.
like come and Xbox would have been screwed, right? We know Xbox was on the line at a point, right? So it's like I understand the situation, but I also think that we just got to kind of look at it from the sense that she's a like a Harvard business school graduate. Like she went to
Yes.
Yale, graduated there. Like she's not
Like, put some respect on the name.
exactly.
Put some respect on the name. Let's not talk as if she did not earn that spot, like it was given to her. It wasn't.
Agreed. Agreed. So like we got to eliminate this idea that we should be fragile with certain types of people or
Well,
certain
listen,
genders. It's like no, you go in there, you got a job. You're getting paid like everybody else. You got a job like everybody else. Everybody's doing their best to make this work. Everybody's responsible for their stuff. I mean, that's just life. That's just business.
exactly. Everybody, a lot of people have to answer to other people. Like we feel that Hiroki should be upset with the decisions that Herman made, and I mean, listen, there's also people that have, although they have a higher job or higher position, they still have somebody to answer to. So yes, you're in charge, but if you make the wrong moves for the sake of the company, you things have to get checked. If not, you end up with a PlayStation situation.
Agreed. Agreed 100%. And honestly, that's what makes sense with this whole thing. Like it's just what it is. You got to get checked if you do something wrong. You can't just live in la la land and think everything is great. And let's be real, man. Like they've been killing it. Like all their
Yeah,
decisions are great. Forget the take away the noise, right? Take away the baby, BS noise that's out there from these people who don't understand business. From these people who don't understand how huge this is for Microsoft to make these moves and do this type of growth that is unprecedented in this industry. No one has grown like they have. No one has gone from, what was it, like 120 million active users to making this purchase and then having over 500, over 500 million active users. Come on,
Exactly.
man. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's they're doing their thing and everything else just needs to go away because it's all just noise. It's all just BS. Um, all right. So as far as this is concerned, oh, actually, you know what? I saw a where is it? Um, you got Game Shark in here. Says Jesus. The phrase is not about the danger of failure. It's about the confidence of success. Facts.
Exactly.
Right? Bond is doing this from a position of power. She's not doing it from a position of weakness.
Exactly.
She's not like, please, please let this happen. I stake my reputation on it. It's like, this is gonna work 100%. This is what I've done in the past. She worked at T-Mobile. She was big on getting them spread out and getting them aligned the right way. And they're making the right moves already, right? And she's already been a part of that. So this is literally just the fact that we're waiting for courts to let this go through. I mean, that's just really what it's about. Um, and then you got the Hobie Space Shot here. It says, I think Microsoft is staking it on engagement. Game Pass is one form of engagement, but you want to pay the PlayStation tax to play games? Go ahead, just keep up the engagement. Agreed.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Exactly. Let's
So
go to fill more pockets.
the homie Fillmore Pockets, my
No.
dude, thank you for being here, man. Says Sarah Bond was senior vice president of corporate strategy and development at T-Mobile before joining Xbox. She knows what she's doing
Exactly.
100%. Facts.
Exactly.
Facts.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. Um, all right. Anything else when it comes to this baby girl? About Sarah, about the Google's, situation. Apple too. We're not talking about Apple. Obviously, Apple is on the same
It's whole
situation.
mess.
So, um, so anything else before we move on to our
I don't
next
think
chapter?
even though, um, even though this is taking place, the fact that they went ahead and they had the marketing, this is an Xbox, that's huge. That was not wasted. That is not something that, oh shoot, we shot our load too early and now we're screwed. No. Um, we've known that this is the route that they're taking and that this is what's taking place. It was very exciting to see. They made freaking hoodies and everything sold out. So this is a huge deal. So I do think that this is just one of the many. So I don't see it as an L or as a problem. This is something that should be out there, promoting who they are now and what they're doing.
Agreed. Agreed. 100%.
Feel like a child. Remember the song?
That was a horrible,
Wow.
horrible
Wow.
situation.
I know you
Horrible.
guys remember, because how can you forget? How can you forget?
That was the worst commercial
It
I think ever has been
was.
created.
I could not believe what I was hearing and watching. It was just all kinds of crazy.
Agreed. I have okay. I have this ready to go. This ready to go. Go here. All right. Let me take my chapter, and then we will move on right here. All right. Ready? Here we go.
Let's go. Oh,
Let's go. So,
oh, we're gonna rip the Band-Aid off softly, so we're gonna start off in Spanish?
yeah. Well, here it is in
Oh,
Spanish. Do you wanna read it in Spanish?
oh, I could do my best.
You do your best, and then I'll translate it with, you know, the translator.
I think that they probably
Well, we have a lot of Spanish people, so maybe they wanna hear it in their native
oh,
tongue.
what a setup.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
El filtrador de Disney, Zach Fair, ha comentado que Marvel's Wolverine saldría a finales de 2025 en PlayStation 5 y continuaría con una exclusividad de 6 meses. El juego podría salir en Xbox Series en primavera de 2026.
Now,
I could see it better. I could
if like me,
probably
you're saying to yourself, "I wish I knew exactly what this pretty girl just said." Here we go. So,
Muy bien, thank you, Space Shot. Thank you. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Broke Boy Lewis with that $2 super chat. He said, OMG, are we having a Doodle versus Spanish? I thought that came out
you
pretty
did
good.
really good. You
Thank
did
you.
really good,
Thank
babe.
you.
Okay?
Damn.
Don't let the
Broke boy.
don't let the haters hold you down. Okay.
Damn.
Bam. Where'd it go?
He was like, hold up.
Where'd it go? I just hit the button.
There you
Bitch.
go. Hold on.
Oh,
There you
snap, it
go.
did it.
Right
Oh,
there.
okay. I didn't know I was gonna just do it right here. All right. So in English, for all the gallopers and piggies that did not
Okay, so
understand
be
that.
nice. He said, "I know what she said. Thank
Okay,
you."
well, for
He
everybody who didn't know
understood.
what she said, let's break it down. Disney leaker Zach Fair has commented that Marvel's Wolverine would come out at the end of 2025 on PlayStation 5 and would have a 6-month exclusivity. The game could be released on Xbox Series in spring 2026. Mm,
Is this an Indiana Jones situation?
mm.
Mm?
Is Disney cracking down on their deals?
Oh!
And
Oh!
maybe Wolverine is not as quote unquote exclusive to PlayStation forever.
I'm
Mm.
just saying, listen, it's a whole different situation with Spider-Man because, some, rights that they have, but Wolverine and, we saw what happened with Indiana Jones, um and it's played not the same way. They're talking about the end of 2025 and then 6 months exclusivity, that's spring 2026. I mean, we're looking at the same situation here. And when Disney can do this, why will they limit themselves to one platform? We say it all the time, even when it comes to, these games and the developers. If you are not tied to a box, why would you keep your game exclusive when you have a lot more opportunity wherever when you put your game on other platforms? This is the same situation. Disney probably wants a bigger piece of the pie. And how do you get that? How do you get that? You have to have your game on other platforms. If PlayStation, if Hiroki, I said it before, if Hiroki is out here, right, saying that we need to put our games on other platforms, what makes you think that anyone else should not when it comes to these third parties or like Disney having the rights to the IP? I mean,
I mean, it lines up
it
with
does.
Disney. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do know that at the end of the day, these companies are not excited about consoles in the same way, right? The console market is not growing as we've heard, and when you look at PlayStation's numbers, like their first party doesn't sell. Like it just doesn't. It doesn't. Not in Disney's
Exactly.
way, right? Not the way that Disney wants it to sell. And I mean, look at the end of the day, um, I mean, Disney's gonna do what Disney wants to do.
Of course. Of course.
They own the IP, like that's the end all be all. So, as much as, you know, this game
Mm.
has been, talked about as being a PlayStation exclusive, like a Spider-Man would have been, I mean, ultimately, why would Disney go ahead and keep Wolverine off of other places? I mean, crap, we just see Wolverine's in Marvel, the new what the hell is it? The new
Yep.
game that just came out right now?
Yeah, it was just in the chat.
I don't know why I forget the name. Um,
But I know what you mean.
the new game, the new
Over
Marvel,
300 million playing.
the 100, 300,000 people
Yes.
playing it right now. Why am I blanking on the new Marvel game?
1,000. What the heck? Well,
Yeah,
well,
that's
I
okay.
just
That would have
I
been a
just
lot. That would have been a lot. That would have been a lot.
I just messed up the numbers.
I know they were crying like, "Oh, damn, now my 300,000 doesn't sound that good."
Exactly.
Doesn't sound
Exactly.
great.
It ain't much anymore. Rivals, thank you.
Rivals, there it
Thank
goes.
you, love.
There you go.
Fossil, thank you.
So
Doma, thank you.
yeah,
Thank you, love.
so Marvel Rivals, Wolverine's
Yes.
in it, right? So it's like, and that's on Xbox, right? So like the idea that Disney would want to keep, Wolverine away from everywhere else, um, I just don't see that, especially when you go back and think about the fact that Xbox went and negotiated the exclusivity away from being full multi-plat for indie, right? Bethesda, when making that game, was gonna make Indiana Jones before Xbox bought them a multi-platform game.
Absolutely.
Unless somebody would have bought some type of exclusivity from Bethesda and Disney okayed it, but I don't think that that's the case. I think Disney would have had to have the last say on it, and ultimately, Microsoft went and made that change, and I think a lot of people, assumed, and I think we all did assume that when Microsoft went and made that change, it was to make it a permanent exclusive. But clearly, I just don't think Disney is there right now. And you got to look at it and you might say, "Oh, but Spider-Man," but remember Spider-Man is also, even though it is licensed to them, Sony has a little more sway with Spider-Man because of the movie license that they hold, right? The fact that they own the rights to the movies Spider-Man, um so, Disney has to play nice with them on Spider-Man if they want to use their Spider-Man in the movies, right? Um,
And this
so
is exactly what I was talking about earlier. You cannot rely on these characters. You cannot rely on this IP. This is not a big deal for Xbox because of what they have to have Indiana Jones be on their platform and then go ahead and go to PlayStation 6 months later. But for Wolverine to go to Xbox 6 months later, that's a bigger deal, a much bigger deal. One of the few games that they are supposed to be getting next year is going to the Xbox platform 6 months later. That is messy. Very, very messy. And what would be messier than that is if Xbox does a deal with Disney and somehow the game goes straight into Game Pass. Oh, that would be
oh my
amazing.
god,
Can you imagine they have to pay full price for Indiana Jones, but Wolverine
that's
somehow pops
crazy.
into Game Pass? Like, yo, what it be? That would be insane. But my girl, Becca, listen, she is not having it. This comes with baggage. She has certain expectations. She says, if this happens, this better not be a trash game. Exactly. Get to it and make it right. We
Facts.
don't want it if it ain't right. Right, Becca? You better come correct.
So, baby, you say that, and it's a funny idea because you know what it would mean to the PlayStation fanboys and fangirls and the piggies out there. And I think it's more likely than not because Indy Anna Jones is a Disney IP, day one in Game Pass. Blade, a Disney IP, gonna be day one in Game Pass. Why would they not take the deal from Microsoft to put Wolverine day one in Game Pass? They would melt down, bro. They would
The
melt
piggies
down.
better start
Oh my
stacking in
god.
their piggy banks because they're about to pop it and start spending money on games that we don't
Wow.
need to spend money on. This is crazy. This is
Wow.
crazy.
That would be wild. That would be
That would be the
wild that
ultimate
that would happen.
betrayal. But is it
It
really
would.
a betrayal when Disney's getting that, guaranteed bag and, Xbox may be like, listen, we do, like you said, see money. Indiana Jones in Game Pass, Blade in Game Pass, Wolverine popping in. Why not throw it into Game Pass? And you know what? Look who Infinite Hero 79 reminded us about, the old Wolverine games. And why are they not in Game Pass? Because they were made by ABK, right? And who knows if on top of the new Wolverine, I don't know, right before when they get at the end of 2025, when they get the new Wolverine, maybe the old Wolverine games are gonna pop into Game Pass to prep us for the new Wolverine game coming in spring 2026 right into Game Pass? I mean, how messy can this get? Can we keep going?
This is the thing. It would be a win-win for Sony, right?
It
Because
would,
you
it
gotta
would.
imagine that in that scenario, the contract between Disney and Sony would not be as intense as the Spider-Man one is, right? Where they have to like meet certain, you know, thresholds of money that's coming in and stuff like that. So, if they know if the deal is it's only a time thing, and now all of a sudden that burden is spread between the PC, between Xbox, between Sony and Game Pass, right? It becomes a lighter load for Sony to bear, and so the it can be more lucrative for everybody in that situation as well, right?
Yes, I agree. I agree. And listen, Space Shot feels that we have a shot here to make things right. He says, "So is Jeff Keighley, aka Big Bird, going to show off Wolverine next year
Oh
and
my
finish
god,
up with oh, and then
that would be
the turn,
hilarious.
one more thing."
That would be hilarious.
That would be that would be hilarious. That would be awesome.
It really would be. It really would be. I mean, now the elephant in the room here is that we saw Wolverine and it looks like dog shit.
It's on PC, you
It's
guys.
already on
It's on
PC
PC.
and it looks horrible. The Not just graphically, because obviously the game's not, close to being finished, right? That's the last things to get implemented, but just
Obviously,
what
yes.
they're doing with him climbing up buildings like Spider-Man, climbing on these wires and shit, like creeping on telephone lines. Like, what are
Like
you
a
doing up there,
psycho,
Wolverine?
like a psycho. Put him in a straight jacket and lock him up. How
Like the
could
dude
you?
who likes to wear leather jackets and drive a motorcycle. He's up
And then
sneaking up
creeping
on lines. Come
around
on, man.
buildings like a crazy. Yo,
It's so bad. It's so
it
bad.
is. It is.
I don't know. I can't see that version of the game still existing. The leak had to ruin that game. You know what I'm saying? That leak had to make that game get deleted and have them start over or something like that,
Yes.
because it's
Yes.
just not like they cannot go ahead and release the game the way it was. Fillmore Pockets just reminded us right now, says Xbox already has the Wolverine game director. Might as well get the game too. That's
Get in the
wild.
trunk.
Get in the trunk. Yeah, I mean, honestly though, right? Like the game's not in great shape, right? And it just and again, not in great shape like just graphically or animations, just what they're doing or what they were planning to do is horrible. So I don't see them um being able to I don't even think they're gonna hit that end of 2025
I don't
date,
know,
bro.
bro. It's not I don't think so.
I think
It's
that
not
thing
looking good.
I think
Is
we
that
did a
maybe
story on
spring
it.
2026? Maybe it'll be released with Xbox's
Yeah,
version.
maybe it'll be a launch title for Xbox, the next Xbox.
Oh my god. Oh, you trying to kill these piggies, huh? That would be wild. So Arnie, what's up, Arnie? Thank you for being here. Arnie says, Wolverine will be swinging from buildings.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah, his blades are not just gonna extend all the way out. You're just
yes,
gonna launch it
exactly.
and connect to these buildings.
If Spider-Man can glide like Batman, I mean, just saying, they are breaking all the rules. They're
They
out
are.
there acting crazy because 'cause they're thirsty to make something special, but this is not the type of things that you mess around with. Um, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not looking it's not looking good, um, for sure, but, the fact that it would most likely be a, um, a timed exclusive, I mean, it lines up with what Disney's doing. It lines up where the industry seems to be going, right? Where certain games are just going to be timed exclusives because it's not worth missing out on the rest of the income, right?
Exactly,
So
exactly.
I mean, by 2025, 2026, who knows? We could have already seen the new PlayStation play out, right? Where they're already putting things everywhere and doing other things like that. And maybe this would just be a nothing burger because it was already it's already been happening in
Been there, done
other
that.
parts of
Yes. I
PlayStation.
mean, it's a long time. Hiroki made that statement a bit ago. We saw, Horizon, Lego Horizon, on Switch, and I mean, it be what it be. This is just how it goes now. Everything's up for grabs. We'll see what else they do, and it's a long time. 2026 is far out. Again, who knows what else? Um, Maybe the God of War trilogy is gonna go ahead and hit Game Pass. Just saying. Just saying. Not trying to make you cry, Gallopers. Just trying to keep things real so that you don't get caught off guard. But Fossil 924. Oh my gosh, look at the face from baby.
Oh, Baby Yoda. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. The Game Pass things is more inviting for devs and publishers if it has microtransactions like skins, extra content and stuff. Yeah, because listen, it's in Game Pass. It's kind of like it's part of our, subscription and it's like it's just easy. Yes, sure. Let me get this, let me get that. I don't know. It's just easier to spend when you're saving so much.
It's true. It's true. I think Game Pass is just the answer, man. I think Game Pass is just the answer for all of these problems. You know what I'm saying? Like I really do. I think that it just eliminates a lot of the nonsense where
Yes,
you're like locked into a crap deal. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like you go ahead, you get a bag from Microsoft. Microsoft says, "Hey, you're going to lose some sales on Xbox because of Game Pass. We're going to give you some money up front." But then you still release it on Xbox as a purchasable title. You still get to release it on PlayStation as a purchasable title. You still get to release it on the Switch. You still get to release it on the PC. Like Like, there's
See,
no
money. This is
downside
the thing,
to it.
you're getting an early bag altogether just in case, the game somehow doesn't pick up the way you thought. You're getting that bag. Then on top of it, the game is available and it's Wolverine, right? If they make it well and you have it in Game Pass, a lot of people use it just to try out the games and then boom, 20% off. Here you go. If it's popping, people are going to go ahead and start posting about it because it's in Game Pass. It's an easy thing. The marketing, it just helps. It's a win-win situation. You already made your money somewhere else. You're getting an upfront bag. It's just and like Fossil said, if you have microtransactions, come on, man. It's just the way to go. It's just the way to go. And I'm
Agree.
not saying that by any means because we're the ones with Game Pass. That's just what's been happening. I mean, again, reminder, look at Power World. Power World was popping. It was doing amazing things when it was in Game Pass and a lot of people bought it. My girl Becca went ahead and even though it was in Game Pass, she bought it while she was playing it in Game Pass. And a lot of people did that. I heard a lot of people do that, did that. And then what? It went to PlayStation and crickets. Nothing's happening there. So I'm just saying, it's not just saying things for the sake of saying them. It's just it's what happens.
Absolutely. Let's get the homie King
Hey,
Webb
Bob,
in
what's
the building.
good?
Oh, dude, man. Thank
Thank
you for
you for
being here,
being
brother.
here. Thank you for
Appreciate
rocking
you, man.
out.
Thank you for that $2 super chat. Says,
Thank you.
what's bigger than that Xbox new console in 2026?
Yes.
Facts. That is like
Yes.
I'm so pumped for what that is. Like, I don't need it to release right now, right? But I would love for them to announce it at the Game Awards. Give us a sneak peek. Give us a sneak peek at what's coming because I feel like that would be the smartest thing to do
Agreed.
because the Pro is out, right? Like the
Yes. Oh
Pro
my
just came
gosh.
out and just be at like, hey, yeah, listen, you can go buy the Pro right now and deal with the pisser problems. Um, or you wait a little longer and this is what you're getting. And just show us. Oh, I would love it, man. That would be so
This
fire.
would be a let me show you how to do it moment. Like
I
step
would,
aside.
man.
I know that new tech you're struggling with, it's out there and people are stuck with it. But look at what we're working on. It would be amazing. And they have it's not I wouldn't say is out there for this to take place because they've been on PlayStation. Every time they make a move, every time they release something that's supposed to be some big deal, here's Xbox popping in. So I wouldn't be surprised. And then, Sarah mentioned, hardware that we're gonna go ahead and hear about this year. So the year's coming to an end and where to do it. I feel like all eyes would be on Xbox at that moment. And
A week from today.
a week from
A week
today,
from
yes,
today.
we're all gonna be watching
Remember, we're
together.
gonna be live streaming
Yes,
it
you
and we're gonna
guys.
just roll right into the show.
That's
So,
right. We're gonna do that, and why? Because it's gonna be an Xbox show. We're
right,
gonna
baby.
go ahead and see what Xbox is bringing to us. That's what it's all
Absolutely.
about.
And then, of course, we have
Daisy,
our
what's up,
homie
baby?
Daisy in the building. My dude, thank you both for being here, man. Thank you for
Thank
that
you.
$5 super chat. Says, I don't know. He was looking like Hunchback of Wolverine in the leak. Hopefully, he gets his back fixed before release. Least he's not for the streets like Aloy. Damn. Wow.
There was so
Wow.
much in that
There's
chat.
a lot. There's a lot in there. There was a lot in there. You packed a lot into that $5 super chat. You know what I'm saying? Like you made
Hunchback of
good use
Wolverine.
of your character limit.
So many burns. Oh,
Oh
I
my
can
god.
tell so.
At least he's not for the streets like Aloy. Damn.
Damn.
Damn. Wild. Wild. It's true. It's
So
true
many
though.
jabs. That's how we do it, my people.
It is. It is. Um, so I have a question. Do you think when we look at next year, right, 2025, right? We know for PlayStation, the plan is Ghost of Yote,
Yes.
right? And then in a theoretical world, there's Wolverine, right? Which we pretty much have a strong belief that is getting delayed.
Let
Do
me
you
ask you.
think any of this crap is gonna matter when you see all those games that we got coming from Xbox
Wooba,
in
what?
Game Pass?
You said what? What? What's PlayStation gonna? I wasn't looking. I'm eating.
Yo,
Yo, it's
there's
been
so much. There's
there
so
is
much.
so much, it's ridiculous. Just like this year alone, you really thinking you think of these last couple of months, right? And we're talking about Flight Sim, we're talking about back to back with Stalker 2. Here we go, Indie. Like this is wild, right? This is crazy. So imagine next year it's just going to be that much more and that much better for us. It is
Crazy,
crazy. The
crazy.
idea that we may take a moment to look up and see what PlayStation is releasing for anything other than a good laugh, it would be insane. It would be insane.
It
But
really would.
yeah, I don't know. I don't even know, but this is what I tell you when they come out here with the one game a year nonsense and they come out here talking about we're not making another box for 10 years. It's like when people say, I'm leaving Xbox, I'm selling my box. Like, bye, Felicia. Ain't nobody gonna miss you, right? Stop being cray cray, acting like we need you somehow, or like you need to announce this. PlayStation, same thing. We're not even going to realize that they're not out here making games. And when they drop one, it's like, oh, you still around. That's right. You used to make games. You were number one. You mattered at some point throughout the gaming industry. If they wait 10 years to release another console after this PlayStation 5 Pro situation. Oh man, talk about dead. Talk about dead. It's going to be a situation where you may not even be remembered, and people are
Damn.
going to realize how you're just not needed in this space and how you're just an anchor holding the industry back with your old
Mm.
bullshit ways. You can't figure out how to make a game for yourself, so you want to go ahead and grab these developers that may be in need and may have something special, and you're like, I'm going to go ahead and help them out, but I'm gonna make their game exclusive just because you can't figure out your own shit. You have people rejecting you. Your name no longer matters. Your 30th anniversary wasn't shit. And here you are with new tech. You are known for the hardware, not the software, and you can't even pull that off. You are disgraceful and you shouldn't be out here calling being in the gaming industry and acting like you're number one and like you belong in any type of game of the year nomination with the garbage that you've released this year. It's the truth.
Damn. That's cold. That's
It's
cold.
all true.
It's
Come on.
painful. It's painful to hear for them.
Compare those games to Xbox games that have dropped this year.
I mean, it's true. It's true. There's no compare. I mean, what games, right?
Exactly.
The games that they release were either gone or nobody paid attention to. The one game they released was a PC hit, and that's it. It's just kind of what it is. Um, hold on. So we have
Real quick, Dova
sure.
360 says, I redeemed the code. Thanks again. Awesome.
Nice. Enjoy,
Enjoy.
my dude.
Have fun. Shout out to
Enjoy
DJ Jackson. Thank you so much. And
for
Dova, I'm so happy. I'm so happy you got it.
enjoy Indiana
Congratulations.
Jones, man. You out here, baby. You gonna play with everybody else. It's gonna be fun. Sorry, everybody who didn't get a chance to. to win. I mean, you got a chance. You didn't win though.
You
That's the sad
blew
part.
it.
Should have guessed the right number. You know what I'm saying? You should have said this is the time that he's not gonna do the extreme number. You know what I'm saying? It's just what felt like it was time.
It was an extreme situation,
It
right?
was. It was. It needed to be. It needed to be. The homie Wilbur Boy Louis is
What?
back with another $5 super chat, man.
That's
Appreciate you, homie.
good.
Says, have you seen the open critic scores for Indiana Jones sitting at an 86 average with a 92% of critics recommend? I mean, that's beautiful, right? That's beautiful. That's that's what we like to see, right? We like to see them in a position where they're actually going ahead and getting recognition for what they produced.
Exactly.
You know, not
It's
made up
not about
recognition like
glazing.
PlayStation gets,
That's the thing.
real
We don't need the
recommendations.
glaze. We just need fair, right? And they want to talk about supporting the devs and being fair and going out there and as gamers so that they can go ahead and continue to be creative. This is where you don't knock something that's great, right? The glazing is not necessary. Fair is. If you are out here and you're talented and you're making great games, they deserve a fair shot when it comes to reviews.
Agreed. 100%. And I think that
Oh my gosh.
as we keep
Listen.
seeing it, what happened?
I don't know where this came from, but I just love the comment. Ray
Start
G4
breaking
says, "Start
legs.
breaking legs." Yes. I
Break
don't know
them.
what this is
Break
about,
them.
but I'm in.
Breaking legs.
Let's go.
That's wild. That's a wild
Yes.
statement. Oh my
Woo.
god.
I
Oh,
got
jeez.
pumped. I saw that and I said, "Where they at? Let's go." Man.
Look, I mean, it's a I mean, yeah. Seems like that's what happens anyway. The legs do get broken on a constant basis because of what they are, right? It's not our fault that they put themselves in these positions, right? Just is what it is. Um, so thankfully, over here we're eating good, right? We have a lot to look forward to. Next year, if we just do a quick recap, we have Avowed, we have South of Midnight,
Yes.
we have Doom, we have Fable, and we have Call of Duty. That's known 100% entities that are coming out next year. 5 huge games, day 1 in Game Pass. That is like next year they want to release Ghost of Yote. Okay. Whether that happens, I think
Like the jokes.
you and I both agree that we don't think it's gonna happen. It's not very likely
No.
just
No.
because it's the first time they showed it. And when they showed very little of it, and what they showed did not look good. Right. So I would I don't think that that's going to happen, but even if it did, okay, just think about the fact that it's going up against those 5 massive Xbox games, right?
If it makes it out.
If it
Yes.
even comes out, it would be going up against 5. If it doesn't come out, what is happening? You know what I'm saying? Like Xbox
That's
is
the
it's
thing. See, when
crazy,
you
dude.
yes, when you look at the situation and it's like, "Oh, no, the one game that they're releasing next year could be delayed." That's a problem. That means no games from and again, I'm speaking from PlayStation, right? First party games. The box that you invested in for, those exclusives. That's a big part of it, right? Not being released all year. Now, with the amount of games that we're getting over here, let's say one has to slide through to 2026. It's not the end of the world. Look at the situation with Stalker 2 had to be delay, right? And I believe that that's the reason why they Avowed was moved to February of next year. We got a lot of games back to back. And it's like that's all right.
So
We're still stacked.
we are. But I can't say I see it in the chat. Some people are talking about Fable slipping. I don't think Fable's gonna slip. I think Fable's coming
I don't
out
think
next
so.
year.
I
I
don't
think
think
they showed
so.
us a lot already, and they're gonna show us more, but I don't think it slips. I think they're ready to go. This is Playground, right? Th they know what they're doing. I know that this is a new genre, but as an entity, as a studio that has a studio head who, you know, knows how to deliver games and deliver them well, I think we're in good hands. I think we're in good hands. I think the game's gonna drop. Xbox actually right this for the recap, right? The Xbox recap that everybody,
Yes.
your year in review, they have a part where they talk about what's next for them, and Fable's in there as well, right? So I mean, they're at this point, he said it in interviews. Other people have mentioned Fable for next year. It's come up in the Xbox Wire's been written about next year, Fable being there. It's happening. I know it feels surreal that this game that we know we all want so badly and like have such strong desire for it, and we know it's finally coming. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I just think that it's gonna be so massive for us as Xbox fans. I don't think they move. I think they're ready to go. Because you gotta also remember there is like as much as it's easy for things to move like an Avowed or something like that, I would say Avowed is probably not like is not as big of a game. Hype level big, yes, but
Yes.
like physically big, we know that they're doing, even though I mean from the previews, like each little area could be like 10 hours, but there's still areas, right? There's not like completely open world. From what we know, I don't know if Fable I don't know if Fable has changed and is doing the same thing, but I just feel like the hype level for Fable is a different level, right? I just feel like that's a
Yeah.
huge, huge thing. Um, I see
It's
Wobo.
very I get it. The anticipation and it's just
Yeah, I mean,
all there.
graphical fidelity, like everything
Mhm.
about that game screams, this is next
Perfection.
gen. Yeah, like this is it.
Exactly.
Like, look at
Yes.
what we have. It's coming. And I think
No balls being dropped.
exactly. So I just see it coming out. I just see it happening. Wilbur Boy Lewis says,
Yo,
with that $2 super chat says, won't
thank
delay
you.
even if GTA 6 is coming fall holiday. Um, I think that at the end of the day, you can drop whenever you want to drop as long as it's not in the immediate vicinity of GTA.
So, this is what I would say. I think, in Game Pass needs to continue to be fed. It doesn't matter what comes out. It doesn't matter if it's GTA. Game Pass needs to continue to be fed. Yes, a lot of people play GTA, but that doesn't mean that everybody plays GTA. So you have a responsibility for everyone who signed up for Game Pass to continue to deliver. And you can't be shooken because GTA is coming out
And to be clear, you are shook into release in the vicinity of GTA. Like if GTA comes out November 15th, you're not dropping your game,
on that day.
that
Yes,
week, or anything like that,
there
right?
are
You're
other
moving
days
away.
available.
Yeah, but
You
the
can't say, "Listen, for the next 3 months, we're gonna
yeah, it's not gonna be a
the
3-month
world is
situation.
going to stop, or we're
The
not."
zeitgeist is going to be surrounding GTA, right?
Yes,
That's gonna
but
be the
you
conversation up into that,
you
like,
can't
once that comes out.
say you can't say, "We're not dropping games for a month because GTA is
Well,
coming out."
we do go months where they don't drop a big first party, right? So they can not drop one the month that GTA comes out and just drop the smaller Game Pass games that are
Yes,
gonna come out
you
regardless.
have to, but you
I
still
don't think
have to be
Fable comes out the
released.
month that GTA does,
I don't think so.
unless unless GTA comes out at the end of the month and Fable comes out at the beginning of the month. I don't think you can't come out after GTA in like like a certain like a 30-day window. Like people are going to be talking about GTA for a while. So you need at least a month of
You need
let GTA breathe.
but you do need to feed something
They'll
substantial before, like
before
you
it
said,
drops.
30 days before, a month before, you have to have something meaty that is going to kind of linger along with those smaller games that you're gonna sprinkle through.
Yeah, it's just not gonna be when GTA drops or right after. Outside of that, you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are anticipating GTA, that doesn't mean they don't stop playing like, they're not gonna stop playing games leading up to it. And frankly, you know, it's not in Game Pass, right? So, there's some people who are just not gonna buy it right away. As much as Grand
Exactly.
Theft Auto sells a lot, it has sold a lot over, you know, 10, 11 years now, for sure. It's sold crazy amount over this amount of time, but that doesn't mean nothing else can come out. It just can't come out right around there, right? That's all. Because I mean, look, Call of Duty's every year the biggest game in the world, not just obviously when Grand Theft comes out, that'll be an interesting discussion to see where that lands. But at the end of the day, games still come out, in general around the area. So look, they're just gonna have to space it. Not for nothing. Xbox also is not going to want they want GTA to breathe for itself. Like, they want people to jump into GTA. They want people to buy the microtransactions. They want them to do all that stuff because that's a huge source of income for Xbox as well, right? So those massive games, I don't think I think GTA, when Xbox is planning its year for its games, I don't think GTA is like oh my God, I don't want to put my game around there because GTA is going to crush it. I think they look at GTA as just part of
Their
their
income.
their
Oh, okay,
drop. You
this
know what I'm
money
saying?
is coming in from
So we don't
GTA.
need a
We
big game
want
here because
people
GTA's there, right? So we could space it out. So there's other big games because they know people are going to buy GTA, whether it's in Game Pass or not. Like, it's not going to be in Game Pass unless Xbox, buys them. Um, but they know people are going to buy, right? People are going to buy that game. So they want people to do that. They don't want to surround it so heavily with their big game. They want all these games to kind of have a moment. And I think it's gonna be great, man. I think it's gonna be great. Next year is gonna be crazy, especially when you consider GTA in the mix, right? When you think about the five big ones that Xbox has plus GTA in the mix, it's gonna be huge. Also, I saw
this is,
where is it?
oh, you're looking for a chat? Okay.
Yeah, you can pick one real quick. I found the one.
Go ahead. You go to
Uh
Fillmore. I'm going to Fillmore too. Go ahead.
oh, oh,
Go
oh.
ahead. You go first.
Okay, so real quick, Rangy 4 says Avowed is first and third person. Yes. Um Zach Riley said also out next year should be Towerborn. Yes, Towerborn is already out right now on Steam in early access. Is going to supposedly be coming in early next year. It could be out next month in preview and Game Pass, right? But Fillmore has a bigger list for us.
Yes.
Says day one Game Pass 2025. This is where things get wild. On top of those five massive games that we got coming day one in Game Pass, okay? And then aside from Grand Theft Auto coming out presumably at the end of the year, right? That's six massive games coming out next year as an Xbox player that you would want to play, right? Day one, you have Avowed, you have Atomfall, which looks super dope. That's day one Game Pass. Wu Chang looks super dope. Day one Game Pass. Doom, obviously, South of Midnight, Call of Duty, Fragpunk, which is really, really good. And I played it the first time they did the beta, and I thought it was good, but it felt a little like Counter-Strikey, a little too intense for me, like with the way the game was, and it was fine, but I was like, okay. But then I played the second beta they did, and they opened it up, right? They made it more engaging for, controller play as the normal shooters that we enjoy on console. So I think they made it more console friendly,
Okay.
which was a huge boost. So I can only imagine, the next time it comes out. Expedition 33, which is that phenomenal game that just looks amazing. That's coming out. You got MLB The Show 25, day one in Game Pass. That's crazy, but it always is. Then obviously Fable. We got FBC Firebreak, which is that Remedy game from the people who made Control and Alan Wake. This is that multiplayer game they got. You got Sniper Elite Resistance, which is day one in Game Pass. Eternal Strands, which looks really good, day one in Game Pass, and Mixtape, which also looks pretty good.
It does.
I mean, that's a massive
That's
that's a
one heck of a
massive year.
list.
That's a
Shout out to
massive
Fillmore
year.
Pockets. Let's go. It's true. It's true. It's stacked, bro. It's stacked. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Next year is gonna be insane, dude.
It is. So, okay, Fillmore Pockets, this is where I was going. He says movies are good at doing counter programming. Like Deadpool 3 comes out, you put out Despicable Me. When GTA comes out, we'll probably see a similar strategy.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah. I think I think the only difference with games, I think the only difference with games is that um games are so long that it's difficult for you to double dip, right? Unless you want to just kind of play a little bit, play a little bit, play a little bit, play a little bit, right? But like if you got a game like GTA launching and you like GTA, you're gonna play GTA, right? Like you're gonna play that for a
No doubt.
while. So like
Yeah.
anything else that drops that day or right around that is definitely gonna take a back seat to the GTA player, right? Where a movie, it's like, I might go see Deadpool in the morning and then go pick up, go take our kids to see, Despicable Me in the evening or something like that, right? Or vice versa. Goes to see Despicable Me in
I
the
think it
morning
needs the balance of,
of the
what you're
genre. But what I'm
yes,
saying is that
and
with
what you're
movies,
putting
it
out
works
there.
because you can still double dip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can still go ahead and be like, okay, I'm gonna go watch this because it's 3 hours, 2 hours, you know, it is what it is. Where on games, you are, putting pretty big commitments on people when they want to play a certain game. It's a little different. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different because you're not gonna buy the $60 game if you don't want it, right? There you go. Dova got it.
Oh my
The
god.
new pick up the Peppa Pig game same day as the GTA. Oh man, that's true.
There you go.
There you go. Fillmore Pocket jump right in. You got kids who can't play GTA, would be a good month to give them something new. You're right. You're
Yep.
right. Something that's very drastically different. I,
Paw
I would say that.
Patrol.
The homie Will Broke Boy Lewis with that $5 super chat
Yo,
says, "Don't forget
thank you.
Towerborn full release." That's right. Well, so the beginning of the year should see them go into preview, and then by the end of the year, they should be full release. Maybe that's your counter to GTA, right? GTA and Towerborn, right? So have a game that's coming out right there. Broke Boy Lewis is bringing up Contraband out there, which we all kind of forgot about because we haven't heard diddly squat since it was announced about it, except that there was some problems after. So I don't even know if that's still happening.
Nice.
Replaced, which is that's definitely coming out this year. It was delayed from last year to this year. So that's gonna be a banger. 33 Immortals, same thing. Released it was supposed to be released in 2024, got pushed to 2025. So that's definitely coming out, all Game Pass. Clockwork Revolution, I don't
What?
think so. I
What?
don't think so.
What did you
I
say?
don't think so.
You
No.
said something else.
What?
You said you
No, I
forgot
said
the L
clockwork.
for the
No,
first
no,
you
no.
said it twice. And the
No, no, no,
first
no.
time you forgot the L,
No, 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 no,
and
no.
then you fixed it. CMoney, what?
No. No, no, no. Okay. Clockwork.
You did not say it
Dova
like
says rooster work. Rooster work. Clock. Okay, Clockwork Revolution. All right, I just don't that I don't see that happening.
Say it, but I'm gonna highlight it.
No, definitely not. That's not what I said. Roll the tape back. Okay. It's not what I said. And if I said it, I deny it. Okay. AI got involved. AI got involved. Uh
That's
Trey
what I
Freezy, what's
heard.
up, fam? Thank you for being here. So Trey Freezy says, "What's up, y'all?" Will brought up a point
Yo,
because Xbox got replaced demos playable at the Sao Paulo event right now. Yeah, it was playable at Gamescom as well. So yeah, that's coming out next year. So 2025 is even bigger than we anticipate. And again, like this is the difference. This is the real big difference between us where these are not just games coming out next year, right? Like if you're a PlayStation dude right now, if you're listening, you got your pen and paper out. You're like, all right, well, this one's 35, and then this one's 25, and then this one's 70, 70. Oh my god. And then this one's 42.
damn it,
How am I gonna
damn
afford this? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they do. That's the math that they gotta put together. You know what I'm saying?
it.
I need I need some money. Please. Um And that's what they do, right? That's what they have to do because at the end of the day, there's there's no other way to look at it. They got to buy all of that. Where we are going to be getting everything we just discussed outside of GTA, which still has a possibility if Microsoft decides to buy them next year. But everything outside of GTA that we discussed was all day one in Game Pass El Gratis. Come on, man. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy town. That's crazy town. Don't make no sense to even doubt the greatness that we have over here on Xbox World.
So let me ask you a question. Okay.
Sure.
So we talked about Wolverine and we talked about it possibly being delay, um, you know, to 2026, right?
Yep.
If that happens, right? Disney's over here thinking, okay, this game's gonna drop, this money's coming in, da 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 da.
Yes.
If the game is delayed, are there any consequences when it comes to the contract? I wonder if there's anything in there where if the game is delayed, there's some type of fine that has to come in. I feel like that makes sense.
Um, no, because if it's gonna equal like a bad product, I mean, I'm sure they give them. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's a time frame, but I think they would have to. I mean, it's very possible. I'm sure they give them some type of time limit where they're expecting these gates of progression, right? But then if things go bad,
So
what does that
grace
mean?
period and then
Yeah, I'm sure they have something in there to kind of act as a
I
buffer.
mean
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Our boy Will Boy lose that
Well,
$2 from chat says, "Good night, all. Have a good rest of the stream." Thank you, fam.
thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
Appreciate you, man.
you.
Um, yeah, I don't know exactly how that would go. That would all just depend on the actual contract that they have. Uh, but my love, anything
Yes.
else that you want to add to this last chapter about Wolverine or any of that stuff? Anything else?
Oh, we're good. We'll see what
No, we're
happens.
good.
We'll see what happens. I mean, the scale is tilted and it's not on PlayStation's favor. So they're coming in light, light. They are
Light,
not
light, light.
packing. Those boxers are empty. So,
Oh,
with that
damn. That's
said,
wild.
you don't
That's
show
wild.
up like that. I'm just saying. Those boxers are empty and possibly, there'll be nothing in there, you just be looking, trying to find, see what's there, and you won't find a damn thing. So, we're stacked,
We're
we're
stacked
good,
indeed.
we're having fun, we're enjoying, and listen, here's to, spring of 2025, you guys getting indie, and it may just be the highlight of the year for you gallopers, and look at all the
Very
games
likely.
that we brought up.
Very likely. Very
Just
likely.
saying.
100%. 100%. All right. With that, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for rocking out with us, man. We had such a great time chilling with our homies as usual. Of
Yes.
course, we want to shout out everyone who was here live with us in the building,
Thank
everyone
you.
who super chatted, man. Thank y'all so much again. This is what keeps us going. So thank y'all. And of course, we want to shout out all of our Patreon members and YouTube members who support us. It's such a big deal. So thank y'all so much. And of course, we do have to shout out our higher tier members. We have our YouTube elite members. We got the homie Big Boy Mike,
Yes.
Dark Angelic, and Spoon Man. And at our highest tier, we have the homies Big Migs Gaming and Coach Hooded Canuck.
Thank you,
And of course, we
guys.
want to shout out the first 3 people who made it in the building. That's right. We had the homie Music 72. We had the homie Coach Hooded Canuck and our boy E Ranks. We appreciate y'all for being here, man. Week in and week out. You
And
guys
shout
are
out
awesome.
to Doba
For
360.
winning our Indiana Jones premium upgrade by our boy EJ Jackson.
Yes.
And shout out to Yo. Oh man, I had it here and then it left. Yada. It was Yada Zach. I believe so. It was the homie Yada Zach. I wanted to say his name, but then you brought up the other thing, and then it scrolled by. So now I gotta wait for it to go.
Thanks. You're joking us. You're
No, I'm
joking
pretty sure
us.
post stream. Do they really have one? Um, Yada Zach. Yes, the homie Yada Zach was the first person who did a super chat, man. So we appreciate you, homie.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everybody.
Thank you so much.
Do they really have a PlayStation Showcase?
That
Because
would be crazy.
that would be hilarious.
We have more footage of the PlayStation 5 Pro that we're going to pause and zoom in for.
Let's zoom in again, guys. Yeah, let's do it.
We have a rumor this time where we're gonna go ahead and highlight for you because we don't think you guys caught it the last time. That would be wild.
Oh my god. Over 360 says a blank screen. Saber Born says, come on, CMoney. We still have not had the ultra secret 2023 PlayStation Showcase yet.
That's true.
That's true.
We're still
That's true.
waiting.
All
Never
right,
know.
all right. Let's get right. You were gonna say something, baby? I'm sorry. I thought you were just laughing.
You never know. You never know.
You never
With
knew.
2023.
That's
We've
the
been waiting.
truth.
It's been a while now. Who knows?
E-Rex says no, we could replay the one from last year though. Dark Angelic says PlayStation in the great circles. Oh, okay. Zero games, zero awards, zero money, zero vision, zero hope. Wow.
Wow.
That I gotta highlight that number 1 so everybody can see that because that was a good ass burn. And that is how we're gonna end the show. Remember, we'll be back tomorrow night with the rest of the crew. Hargeet in the building, Demo Flow Gaming in the building, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna be back. We're gonna have some fun, so don't miss it.
I mean, hopefully no hiccups, right? I don't know.
I think your thing just needed to get refreshed. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
It's good. It's good
I
to
was
go.
still in this stream with the computer shut down. So listen, gallopers, you can't take me down.
That's it. You tried, you failed. And with that, we're going to go ahead and end the show the way we end every single show. Doodle.
Yes,
We're done.
we are.
Until next time.
Oh, oh, oh.
Mm.
You're intruding.
You're intruding.